All right. Now let me know something straight away. Can you guys hear me? Because this live is going to be fucked up, Texas and watermelon slice. Because you're going to laugh your head off in a minute when I tell you what's really going on. Can you hear me right now? Tell me if you can hear me, bro. We just fucked up the first live, right? The first live, we fucked it up. And now nobody's going to get no notifications. Can you hear me, bro? Just let me know if you can hear me, bro. We already fucked up the first fucking live. Now this live is going to be fucked. Now in the first live, did you hear me in the first live? Was you in the first live, Texas? Did you hear anything? You didn't hear nothing in the first live, did you? Man, now you're going to laugh. I was fucking cooking. I was cooking in that first live, yeah? And then I was cursing you guys. I said, what the fuck are you guys doing? And guess what? I was talking to myself. It had technical difficulties. I see that there's no volume, bro. I said, I'm fucking talking to the man in the mirror. I said, what the fuck is this? We ain't even talking to no one, bro. Ah, shit. Yo, that's crazy, man. That's shit. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. So now we got to wait to find out if people are going to know that if I'm live. Because that first live, no one could hear nothing. So nobody's going to get no notifications, bro. Ain't nobody going to get no notifications, yeah? Now we're going to hope to see if people are going to find us, like Steven 4722. Yeah? I'm here cursing you guys. I was saying, what the fuck is going on, bro? Why I don't see nobody saying nothing in the chat? And the other thing is, Texas, why didn't you say nothing in the fucking chat, bro? Why didn't you fucking say anything, bro? Why didn't you tell me that you couldn't hear me? You know what I mean? Nobody told me that they couldn't even fucking hear me. And here's me talking like I'm Tupac. And I was telling everybody what was going on. And I wasted 10 minutes of my fucking time. You know what I mean? I wasted fucking 10 minutes of my time, bro. What a crazy fucking day. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now a lot of people ain't going to know we're live. So it is what it is. Yeah? A lot of people ain't going to get no notifications. I just come to say that we fucked up that first live, bro. But anyway, now we're seeing a lot of back and forth going on in Twitter. We have seen a lot of back and forth going on in Twitter, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Twitter's been going crazy right now. But Teofimo Lopez has offered a contract and a deal to George Kambosos and Devin Haney. And Teofimo Lopez has gone out there on Twitter and put it out there. George Kambosos has gone mad, even down to the point that Punch Drunk Boxing and George Kambosos have been going back and forth on Twitter. Everybody's getting involved. People are saying that George Kambosos is ducking, that George Kambosos don't want that Teofimo Lopez fight. You get me? That George Kambosos don't want that Teofimo Lopez fight. He's making some excuses. And Teofimo's team and the promotions has offered the fight. And even offered a fight to Devin Haney. Let's read some of these tweets. Yo, smash the like button. This fucking live is fucked. Man, that first live fucked me up, bro. Smash that like button, Texas. Smash that like button, Stilo Facts. And Steven 4722. The first live, that was at least going to all the channel. Now that live got fucked over and nobody could hear nothing. We're here again. You know what I mean? We're here again. But in this live, I don't think we're going to get much traffic because when you do one live, YouTube do not recommend the second live. You know what I mean? Now, Teofimo Lopez said that he ready to fight Devin Haney and George Kambosos, okay, for his belt. Now, let's have a look at the tweets. So Teofimo Lopez says that we sent a reasonable offers to fight both Team Haney and Team Kambosos. Both have declined. And if you don't believe it, go ask Top Rank Boxing and Bruce Trampler. You bums are on the WITSEC. So Teofimo putting out there that Devin Haney and George Kambosos has had offers to fight him, and it's a reasonable offer of about 2 million plus, 55.45 on the pay-per-view if they want the fight. Okay? So let's have a look at what George Kambosos said. So George Kambosos puts out on his tweet, right? He comes back saying, there's your reasonable offer. You're a fugazi, like I said in 2021. And like I say now in 2024, what reasonable offer? You know nothing about money, pay-per-views or selling tickets. Ha ha ha. You fight in wedding ballrooms these days. And you don't even know if you're coming or going. If you really want it, like I've always said, you know where to find me and bring your daddy too. We already 2-0 against you clowns. Your bosses don't even respect you anyways, like I didn't respect you. And I manhandled you. So George Kambosos is coming back with that. So Teofimo says to George Kambosos, then agree to fight. Then agree to fight. Agree our fight. Or you just going to use this since you lost the last 4 fights and you surrendered to Vasily Lomachenko. That you surrendered to Vasily Lomachenko, bro. That's what Teofimo is saying back to George Kambosos. Now, in this time, other people got involved. Let's have a look. Now, smash the like button. Teofimo has offered George Kambosos and Devin Haney a fight. Are they ducking? Is the question. Or we got to look at everything around it. Is Devin Haney and George Kambosos ducking Teofimo Lopez? Now, wait there. Then Punch Drunk Boxing got involved. And Punch Drunk Boxing says he came in the tweets and he said to Teofimo has won his last 5 straight fights. He moved up as an undefeated junior undisputed in Josh Taylor at the time. Kambosos, with all due respect, what have you accomplished in boxing since the TEO fight in terms of legacy? I agree to fight and show the world, that you are not a one-hit wonder. Now, George Kambosos got a bit pissed off with Punch's tweet. Punch got involved in the middle. And George Kambosos says, I'll put my big rich balls on your head. Oh, that's crazy. Yo, he says to Punch Drunk, I will put my big rich balls on your head and say no to your lame ass interview segment. Screaming and shit. Sold out stadiums and arena while your best friend fights in wedding halls. I had a passport in 2021 into the lion's den. Now now times have changed, and it's actually so simple. Yo, so Punch Drunk and George Kambosos going at each other on the Twitter. You know what I mean? Now wait there. Let me see what else has been said. Yo, Don Ramon, can you hear me, bro? Hey, can you hear me? Don Ramon, can you hear me, bro? So Punch Drunk says to George Kambosos, Palamo, I didn't disrespect you. Motherfucker, I was only American to even acknowledge you way before Teofimo fight. Bro, don't get this YouTube-ish confused. Stay focused on the ring wars because the streets is different. So keep your testy gestures for your woman. Yeah? And he says, but next time in New York City, I would like to repeat what you tweeted, and I'll make sure you go back to down under with your down undies. So Punch Drunk is giving it to George Kambosos. Yeah, Punch Drunk and George Kambosos getting into it over Teofimo Lopez, bro. Can you see this? So George Kambosos says, I seen the way you crumbled that time in the lift in Miami when it was about to kick off. Enough said. You'll never be a threat. I'll walk into New York City any time of the week. They love more there. They love, what does he say? They love more there than they love your boy. They love me more there than they love your boy. Boxing straps or whatever straps. So George Kambosos comes back to Punch Drunk and tells him, I will meet you in New York. Yeah. Punch Drunk says to George Kambosos, say that to me in New York. And George Kambosos says, when I come to New York, ain't nobody saying nothing to me. Wow. Wow, bro. Punch Drunk and George Kambosos is getting into it. Look at that. And George Kambosos wants to smoke with Punch Drunk. But George Kambosos is a fighter. He's a boxer. He ain't no street dude, bruh. I know boxers have got egos, yeah? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. At the end of the day, hey, look, George Kambosos is getting pissed off with Punch Drunk because he says, Punch Drunk, you're friends with Teofimo Lopez. Yeah? He said, Punch Drunk, you're friends with Teofimo. But Punch Drunk is reminding him that if you come to my streets, you ain't going to be able to speak to me like that. You're a boxer. Keep your shit in the ring. But George Kambosos and Punch Drunk, have they got beef now? George Kambosos and Punch Drunk have got beef. You know what I mean? So, yo, bro, it is what it is. Now, George Kambosos and Punch Drunk were good before. Back in the day when nobody knew George Kambosos. Punch Drunk was bringing him to the table, bro. He brought him on the channel. You know what I mean? He brought him on the channel and he was talking about George Kambosos and giving him some respect and all that back in the day. And George Kambosos was coming on Punch Drunk's channel. But now the shit's gone off versus Punch Drunk and George Kambosos, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Now, at the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez wants to smoke with George Kambosos. Now, let's talk about that. That Teofimo Lopez wants to smoke with George Kambosos. Punch Drunk came in the middle, and George Kambosos came at Punch Drunk, and Punch Drunk came at George Kambosos and told him, so, shit's going wild. All right? Now, what's happened to Devin Haney? Whatever we heard from Bill Haney and Devin Haney, bro? The Lopez's, they offered a fight to Devin Haney. Is Devin Haney's not ready for that fight with Teofimo Lopez? Huh? Devin Haney is not ready for the fight with Teofimo straight away. Is that what's going on? Is Devin Haney not ready for Teofimo, bro? Or does Devin Haney need a tune-up first? I mean, I don't blame Devin Haney if he needs a tune-up, to be honest. He went through a rough fight with Ryan Garcia. He had some good concussion there, bro. So I don't blame Devin Haney if he wants a tune-up, bro. I don't blame him. You know what I mean? And Bill Haney, I ain't heard shit from him. I did call Bill Haney. Hey, yo, don't play with me. I haven't even spoke to Bill Haney for a long time. But don't play with me. I did call him, but he didn't pick up. Is Devin Haney, why is he not speaking about this offer, bro? Why is Bill Haney not speaking about this offer? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. You understand? I'm just saying. Is Bill Haney not wanting that smoke? Because Bill Haney said that they offered the fight to Teofimo Lopez. But Teofimo Lopez did not. He did not want the fight. But that seems to be a lie. Because Teofimo Sr. came on Punch Drunk Boxing's channel. And Teofimo Sr. said to Punch Drunk that Bill Haney's lying. We're going to make him an offer. And he said on Punch Drunk Boxing, and he showed us the message of the attorneys. Now, look, let's make logic of it. I'm in the middle of this. I ain't got no man in this race. I'm just totally unbiased and keeping it 100. If Bill Haney and Turkey Al Sheikh had made an offer to Teofimo, then why did Teofimo's team and Top Rank have made Devin Haney an offer? Make that make sense, bro. Why is Top Rank then making Devin Haney an offer if they got a better offer by Turkey Al Sheikh? They don't need to make a counter offer. They will work on the offer that Turkey Al Sheikh is giving. So answer that question, bro. Why is Top Rank making an offer for Devin Haney? Why? You understand? Now, let's look at it this way. And I like to break it down logically. What does Devin Haney bring to the table right now? What does Devin Haney bring to the table right now, bro? He ain't got a championship. So why not fight Teofimo Lopez? But like I said, I don't blame Devin Haney. If Bill Haney says to me, yo, Devin Haney's going to take a tune-up and then we're going to go in a big fight. And then we're going to go for a big fight with Teofimo Lopez or Leon Paro or someone. But right now, Devin Haney needs a tune-up. I don't blame him. I ain't going to say that, yo, a fighter needs a tune-up, a fighter needs a tune-up. I ain't got nothing against that. Fighters got to stay busy and come back for the big one. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to come back good. But the problem I have got is if Bill Haney's saying that they have made an offer, right? That they've made an offer, but now we're hearing Top Rank's made an offer. I mean, make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, bro. You understand? Make it make sense. At the end of the day, Teofimo's saying, now let's go back and read it again. And welcome to the second live. You missed the first live, but you didn't miss anything. I had a fucking problem with the mic and I was talking to myself. So welcome to this live, but we're not going to get many people here because all the notifications was sent on the first live. I shut it down and now we're back again. So Teofimo says that we sent reasonable offers. That we sent reasonable offers. Yeah. To Kambosos and Devin Haney. Teofimo Lopez is putting out there that he has sent reasonable offers. And then afterwards, he came out with it was over 2.4 million, 2.6 million, and 55.45. 55.45 Teofimo Lopez pay-per-view back end. All right. And Teofimo Lopez is putting it out there. And he goes, you can go ask Top Rank and Bruce Trampler. And Teofimo putting his belt on the line. Now, if the Turk let's keep it logical. You know I like keeping it real, and you know the Haneys are cool with me. So I ain't never gonna downplay Haneys. But I'll just keep it real with the Haneys. If the Turks offered 5 million, right? Think about this. Then why would Top Rank make the offer? Why would they make a smaller offer? They wouldn't even make an offer. They will work out the 5 million offer. That 5 million offer ain't real. And the reason why it's not real, because Turkey Al Sheikh ain't said nothing. And let me tell you, Turkey Al Sheikh's put a message out today. And Turkey said, don't believe anything unless you heard it from me. Turkey said, do not believe anything unless you have heard it from me. Don't believe any of that shit unless I announce the fight. Now, Turkey hasn't said one word about Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Turkey has just put it out today. Do not believe anything anymore unless I say it. All right? So stop the bullshit. Now, Top Rank has made an offer. I'm going to ask you the simple question. That Devin Haney hasn't said nothing about the offer that has been made today. George Kambosos he's agreed. George Kambosos agrees that there's an offer. But George Kambosos is saying that he ain't going to take this offer. And that's where you saw George Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez going back and forth on Twitter. Fucking hell, bro. We fucked up this live by the first live. You know what I mean? Can't even send no notifications, but we're cooking. But it is what it is. Now, Teofimo Lopez has put it out there that Devin Haney has been given an offer for over a couple of million, and he can have the 45% pay-per-view. That is facts. George Kambosos has been made an offer, the same offer of the fight. So Teofimo Lopez says on Twitter, let's read what he says. We have sent a reasonable offer to fight to both Team Haney and Team Kambosos. Both have declined. And if you don't believe it, ask Top Rank and ask Bruce Trampler. You bums on that fucking Witsec. You fucking bums, he's saying, mate. You fucking no good for nothing bums, is what Teofimo is saying. To real Devin Haney and George Kambosos. He's calling them bums. Oh, shit. Yeah, Teo calling them bums. Wow. So let's have a look at what George Kambosos says. So George Kambosos came back and Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. But George Kambosos, he's one of the best on Twitter sometimes. He loves trolling as well. And he goes, there's your reasonable offer. You're a fugazi, like I said in 2021. And like I say now, in 2024, what reasonable offer? You know nothing about money, pay-per-views, or selling tickets. Ha ha. You fight in wedding ballrooms these days. And you don't even know if you're coming or going. If you really want it, like I've always said, you know where to find me. Bring your daddy too. We already 2-0 against you clowns. Your bosses don't respect it. And you, anyway, just like I didn't respect you, got manhandled. Teofimo Lopez came back and said, then agree to our fight. Or you just going to use this since you've lost the last 4 fights and surrendered to Vasily Lomachenko. So now TEO saying that you surrendered to Vasily Lomachenko, bro. Then George Kambosos goes in again. That, hello, little bitch. Do you have your passports ready? Have you agreed on that? Have your balls grown a little? Happy anniversary too, with the 3 years ruined your life. Haha, Loma, he fought you with one arm. Don't fucking fool yourself. The Loma that I fought, he would have done you in 5 rounds. Haney would school you, and I'll send you broke ass back to ICU. Just make you bring another book of excuses. We heard them already, Fugazi. And then Punch Drunk Boxing gets involved. And Punch Drunk Boxing says Teofimo has won 5 straight fights. He moved up, beat undefeated junior undisputed in Josh Taylor. And at the time, well, Josh wasn't undisputed, but what I think Punch is saying, that former undisputed fighter, right? And he says, Cam, with all due respect, what have you accomplished in boxing since TEO fights in the term of legacy? What have you accomplished since the TEO fight? Agree to fight and show the world that you are not a one-hit wonder. So George Kambosos then replies to Punch Drunk Boxing. He says, I'm going to put my big rich balls on your head and say no to your lame ass interview segment. Screaming and shit. Right? And then he says, I sold out stadiums, arenas, while your best friend fights in wedding halls. I had a passport in 2021 into the Lion's Den. Now times have changed. It's actually so simple. So Punch Drunk and George Kambosos are having beef. Yeah. Punch Drunk, George Kambosos ain't friends no more. So Punch Drunk says, Palmo, I didn't disrespect you, motherfucker. I was only an American to even acknowledge you before Teofimo fight. Bro, don't get this YouTube-ish confused. Stay focused on the ring wars because the streets is different. So keep your testy gestures for your woman. But next time you're in New York City, I would like you to repeat what you tweeted. I make sure you go back to down under without you down undies. George Kambosos comes back to Punch Drunk Boxing and says, I seen the way you crumbled that time in the lift in Miami. And maybe Punch can tell everybody about that. He's not here. When it was about to kick off, enough said. You'll never be a threat. I'll walk into New York City any time of the week. They love me more out here than they love your boy. Boxing straps or whatever straps. Wow, George Kambosos said he will step in New York And ain't no one saying nothing. Hey, man, Punch might look for George Kambosos. So, then let me show you another tweet. Yo, mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me right now? You can hear me loud and clear, right? So anyway, so let me tell you a story about Punch Drunk and George Kambosos. Punch Drunk and George Kambosos were good. Quite a few years ago, Punch Drunk and George Kambosos, they were cool. George used to come to Punch Drunk's channel. Now after that, I don't know what's happened between them. Maybe George thinks that Punch Drunk is a Teofimo more friend, right? But it seems to me now these two have got beef. But what beef have they really got? What can a boxer really tell you, bro? A boxer just they get sensitive as well. Now Punch Drunk's telling George Kambosos, why don't you fight? Instead of being a one-hit wonder, right? But George Kambosos is getting a little bit like, nah, fuck you. And getting a little bit angry about it, right? Now, look, at the end of the day, fighters have got egos. And you can't really disrespect George in other ways because George has been fighting all the fights. In that way, Punch Drunk Boxing, big up to Punch Drunk Boxing. But George Kambosos has been taking the tough fights. He's been fighting all the tough guys. You got to give him that. As far as him and Punch, that's between them, bro. You know what I mean? Now, Punch has been giving it to George Kambosos after when George Kambosos disrespected him. You know what I mean? Now, let me see what George Kambosos said to Punch. Let me see what he said to you. And this is where it started between Punch Drunk and George Kambosos, bro. Yeah? This is where now Punch Drunk came in when Teofimo and George Kambosos were going back and forth. Punch Drunk and Teofimo and Kambosos were going back and forth. So tell me, is this disrespectful? Is this a disrespectful tweet? Yes or no? So Punch Drunk comes in and says Teofimo has won 5 straight fights, moved up, beated junior undisputed in Josh Taylor, former undisputed. At the time, Kambosos, with all due respect, what have you accomplished in boxing since the Teofimo fight in terms of legacy? Agree to fight and show the world you're not a one-hit wonder. Now, he took that offensively and he thought Punch Drunk was taking a piss. He thought Punch Drunk was taking a piss, that getting him and saying to him that what have you done? after the Teofimo Lopez fight. Well, let's talk about that. What has George Kambosos done after the Teofimo Lopez fight? Explain that to me. He has done this. He fought the WBC champion Devin Haney. Then he rematched Devin Haney. Then he fought Maxi Huge, if I'm not mistaken. And then he fought the good old Vasily Lomachenko. So he has took the hard fights. And he has took the biggest fights. He has took hard fights, though. Now, as far as what has he accomplished? He's accomplished, like Sean Porter, a good resume and shows that he's willing to fight everyone. What Kambosos has shown that he's willing to fight people. Right? Now, was Punch Drunk harsh about that tweet? Because Kambosos took that a little bit personal. I like what he tried to do. What he accomplished was my question. I don't know who's trying to do what. You can come and tell us. But what do you mean? I'm saying that the man has fought the hard fights. And in that, Kambosos is a warrior. But as far as what is he accomplished? Well, hey man, ask the chat. Because his biggest achievement is Teofimo Lopez. His biggest achievement is beating Teofimo Lopez, bro. But yo, George Kambosos is angry at Punch Drunk Boxing, bro. Now, Punch, I want you to tell everyone because they're confused. Right? Now, he came back at you. I put my big, rich balls on your head and said no to your lame ass interview. Screaming and shit sold out stadiums and arenas while your best friend fights in wedding halls. Ha. I had a passport in 2021 into the lion's den. Now times have changed. It's actually so simple. Now look how he took that personal. George Kambosos has took that personal with Punch Drunk. Because he tried to put Punch Drunk now, he's trying to dig him back. That shows you that George Kambosos is not happy with Punch Drunk boxing. And those two were good. Back in the day when nobody was pushing Kambosos. Punch Drunk was pushing Kambosos. Even to a point that I even had to go to Punch Drunk's channel and say to him, Kambosos ain't like you're saying. And Punch was actually giving Kambosos a big shout out. And Kambosos was good with Punch. But not no more. The shit's gone bad now. Kambosos and Punch Drunk have got beef over Teofimo Lopez wanting to fight Kambosos. Now let's have a look at the next tweet. Now, Punch, I want you to tell everybody, yeah? Because I know when his mum and everybody, TEO's mum, when they got into it with Kambosos in Miami. Now, Kambosos is trying to say, but I don't think you were there because you were speaking to me at that time when you went to that fight. Now, I don't know if you were there. I mean, you need to tell the people exactly what happened, not me, okay? So I'm glad you're over here because he's trying to say that he met you in Miami, right? And he's trying to say that he saw you in the lift. Yo, Punch, is Kambosos lying on your name? Is Kambosos lying on your name? You need to tell the people. right? Tell the people about what he's saying about the Miami, that he saw you. Hey, let me send that link, bro, because this is deep. He trying to say that he saw you in Miami, right? Now, I know what you and me had spoke, but you need to tell the people exactly what he's saying. Is he saying that he saw you in Miami and it was about to kick off? We never met in Miami. He got fairy tales. Wait, bro. He's telling everyone he saw you, bro. And you're not hard to miss. Hey, yo, Punch Drunk's not a guy that you're going to see him and not see him, bro. Punch Drunk is, when you see him, he's a fucking guy. He's a big lad. You can see he's a big lad. You know what I mean? He's got his own distinctive look. It's not like you don't see him. He said he saw you, bro. And the shit was going to go down in the lift. Yo, somebody need to get Kambosos over here. I want to speak to George Kambosos. Let's get George Kambosos over here. Send him a fucking link. Go on his fucking Instagram or send him saying, bro. He's saying that Punch Strong Boxing and his people, they nearly had it, bro. Out there in Miami. Out there in Miami. What the fuck is going on? Hey, yo, Punch Strong said that this guy's fairy tales. That George Kambosos is talking fairy tales. That he's capping. He never see Punch Drunk in Miami. You know what I mean? He never see Punch Drunk in Miami. So what's going on? Is this guy lying? This guy lying, yeah? Is that what Punch said? This guy's lying. Oh my gosh. What is happening right now in boxing, bro? Yo, Punch versus George Kambosos. Let's go. Yo, Punch versus George Kambosos, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Yo, man. Punch, he lying on your name then, yeah? Punch, he's lying on your name, yeah? Punch said he gonna send him down back. Yo, you know one thing though, that's between them two. Yo, that's between both of them. Punch Drunk and George Kambosos know each other. So I'm gonna let them do what they gotta do. You know what I mean? Yo, we need to hear from Punch Drunk. What's going on out here, bro? We need to hear what's going on. Now, Devin Haney's dad has said that Turkey Al Sheikh has made an offer. Yo, Punch Drunk and George Kambosos, they said when they're going to meet, it's going to go down. George Kambosos said to Punch Drunk, I'm coming to New York. Yeah, he told Punch Drunk, I'm coming to New York, bro. But like I said, Punch Drunk and George Kambosos, they know each other. So, yo, if that's up to them. Punch Drunk and George Kambosos, how they speak to each, what they're saying. But yo, Punch, we got to hear from you a certain few things that has happened between you and Kambosos. Yo, I'm not even lying to you, bro. I'm sending Kambosos a message. I'm looking online right now. I'm trying to get Kambosos over here right now. That's what we need to do. Hey, yo, what happened, bro? I mean, it seems to me you have, ruffled a few feathers here. Yeah, that Kambosos doesn't like the way that you are backing, or is like, speaking about him to fight Teofimo. He don't like
Hey,
how you're doing that to him.
hey, I figure this that George Cambosa, right? He's a warrior, right? He wanted to smoke with TEO. He wanted to smoke with Haney. He wanted to smoke with Lomachenko, right? So I'm thinking he going to the 140-pound division. You know what I'm saying? And gonna continue himself daring to be great. So when Teofimo Lopez tweeted at him about the why he basically declined the offer, you know, he's he's trolling TO, but he's not saying why he declined the offer. You know what I'm saying? So I just tweeted like, yo, um, basically what you put there before the that shit that's on the screen,
Yeah.
and basically say, yo, um, you don't want to basically you don't want to stay stuck being a one hit wonder. You know what I'm
This one
saying?
here,
Like,
this tweet here.
yeah, yeah. I said Teofimo Lopez has won 5 straight fights, moved up, beat undefeated what I meant junior welterweight undisputed Josh Taylor at the time.
Mm.
Cam, with all due respect, what have you accomplished in boxing since the TO fight in terms of legacy?
Okay, let's stop there though. As we are boxing men, all right, me and you. Does that sound harsh? Realizing, look at the fights that Kambosos has took. You have ruffled his feathers because, in the same respect, you would respect a fighter that's done what he's done. In the
But
same breath, I've seen you respect Sean Porter for what he's done, right?
of course, but leading up, if you look at the tweets that he's saying before I tweeted that, like he's glamoring his self, what he did, with Tio. He did he stadium, sold out stadium and all that. All right, that was 4 fights ago. Like you're still climbing on that success. Like what have you done? What have you accomplished lately? Don't you know what I'm saying? People feel like people feel like you are a one hit wonder at this point because of your last 4 performance, not the first after TO or the rematch with Haney, but then after Maxi Hu and then after Vasily Lomachenko. Like, why you glamoring yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, what have you accomplished? Now you got the opportunity for the people that feel like you're a one hit wonder. You got the opportunity to prove them wrong. So that
My
was
thing,
basically it.
yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah, but it went a bit, then it went a bit somewhere else. After you saying that to him, he said, I'll put my big rich balls on your head. He didn't like it. Then he cut you off. At that point, he already trying to let you know that there's a problem between me and you. And it seems to me that's why he hasn't come back to your channel. Maybe this is something that has happened for a while that he hasn't felt comfortable with you after the TO fight. Have you thought about that? That you had a relationship with him before, it was all good, but it doesn't seem like George Cambosis was was thinking highly of you.
I mean, hey, they get emotional. Fighters are emotional. You understand? I mean, I
Mm.
think that they forget. I think that George Campbell will forget. You know what I'm saying? The praises that I gave him before anybody knew who the hell he was.
I mean, only me and you know that I debated you when I was saying to you that he's not the fighter that you're trying to tell me he is, and we were debating back and
He,
forth.
I don't know why he mad. He just mad. He, if he ain't want to come back to the channel, that's on him. Cool, doesn't
Mm.
matter. But
But
nobody
he's
knew who
not
the hell
just
you
mad. He's
was.
not just mad. He's let you know that he will come to New York and you ain't doing shit. That's what he's telling you. That I'm not one of them fighters that you can tell me anything. That's what he's trying to let you know. Now you've met these
Man,
guys
he
in
ain't
real
coming to no
life.
damn New York.
Well, you've met them in real life. You've seen them. You know them. George Cambosis feels that that you ain't no threat to him.
I
You ain't
told them
no
the
threat
next
to
time you
him.
come to New York. Not he replied that he will come. I told them the next time you come to New York. I hope you keep that. I hope that you let me know. You tell me in my face what you said. Well, what you said in those tweets.
Yeah. So he's saying to you, I think he replied saying that if he will come to New York and you ain't no threat to him. How do you feel about that?
Man, I'll slap the shit out of him.
But would you slap the shit out of a boxer?
Oh yeah, the boxers ain't shit in the street.
Yeah,
Boxers
but
is not shit in the
as
street.
much as you love the game and you respect the guys getting in the ring,
I love the game. I respect what they do in the ring. Other than that, outside of the ring, I just respect whoever respects me.
people in the chat saying punch, stop it. Cambosis will whip your ass.
I heard that. Y'all would say that another YouTuber whipped my ass. I'm still waiting on that day.
Okay. Now
I still wait on.
what
I still wait on that day. I
okay,
still wait
but
on that day.
then he
Put it
said
this
this
way, but
though.
put it this way for the people in the chat. Well, all the shit that I talk, and y'all seen, I do a lot of videos. I be out there in the arenas. Question this: why nobody has ever stepped up to me though? Out of all the years I've talked my shit, why no, the same people in the chat that y'all feel like, oh, they would do something? Why nobody? Y'all never figured out that out? Y'all never say, yo, damn, why nobody never stepped up to punch before?
Mm. And it's not like that. When you meet a lot of people, there's mad love. Like you met Blue Blood, he showed you love. Showbiz came and showed you love. There's not like everybody is who they are on the internet. And those guys are cool with you. But I'm just saying, even the guys that have come back and forth, when you end up meeting them in a boxing place, ain't nobody saying nothing in boxing, bro.
You know why I say that though? Because it's funny, like the people in the chat. You know why I also say that and I feel that way? I think I speak. I'm trying to hold this community down, but fuck this community because y'all don't hold nobody down. Y'all some hating dudes.
Mm.
I'm letting these fighters know, like, yo, you ain't street. That's number one. Keep that shit in the ring and keep it amongst y'all contemporaries. If y'all do let dudes just, you know what I'm saying, like say suck my dick or your genitals, like invite people to the I don't know. That's not my era. You know what I'm saying? And dudes inviting people to their genitals. If y'all could take it and that's that y'all like to play around like that, come on, man. At the end of the day, man, I'll cut his genitals off, man, and send it to his fucking wife.
Yeah, but when you say things like that, yeah, it's like I feel like people feel that I feel this is outside looking in. When somebody says something about a boxer which is real, that these guys are not street, at the end of the day, certain people get offended by it. And you can see it. That, oh man, you ain't gonna do nothing to Kambosos punch. Fuck that shit, bro.
Because
Because
we're in
they look at
YouTube.
Kambosos, he's gonna be surrounded with number one security. Number two punch. I think you're very clever in boxing that now this is happening between you and George. I do believe if George sees you, they will try to get you exited out of the event through his management. If the manager sees that you and George have really had some kind of thing where George's disapproval of you and he don't want you around, they will do those kind of things. So you being so real to a fighter and telling him that, look, keep your boxing in yourself with boxing and don't be talking too much because if I meet you somewhere, I'll be sending you and you ain't going to be looking good when I send you back with your down undies or something, you're saying. So you're actually telling this guy, George Kambosos, who is an ex-undisputed champion, who did beat Teofimo, who has fought Vasily Lomachenko, who is a big name in Australia, that you would actually manhandle this man, regardless of him being a boxer and him somebody who you respected in the ring. If he gets personal with you, you've told him that. Now he has come back to say that you ain't no threat to him, right? Obviously he got to stick up for himself. But at the end of the day, George Kambosos has got everything to lose if he does meet you on the street.
Hey, that's the
So
street element.
yeah, but don't you think they're going to exit you out of an event if they see you anyway? So you
If they
being so real for the fans, it's actually getting you blacklisted with these people.
I'm not even being real for the fans.
I
I'm
mean, real.
respecting
Okay,
my
you being
I'm
real to
respecting
this.
myself, but I'm also letting though in the public forum, I'm also letting them know that even don't get it twisted. Don't get this boxing shit twisted and compare it to the street. It's a whole different type of ball game in the street. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody has been raised in the gym or been in the gym for a long time and know fighters, know a lot of fighters. Yo, like these fighters in the street element is a whole different type of ball game. They ain't the
Yeah,
same.
but punch. We
It's
know,
not the
right?
same.
You
So
know, right?
when people
Yeah,
be
but
like,
punch. I don't care. You're different. You always want to be who you are with the fighter, and I understand that. But
mhm,
most people would have kept their mouth quiet, knowing they got a relationship with these guys anyway, and they get sometimes a little bit sensitive. You went back at him like a man. There was no more, oh, he's a boxer and this, that. You took it a bit personal, went back at him and said, yo, if I see you, really, I will send you back down under. In other words, you kind of not threatened him, but let him know that it ain't going to be right for you if I see you. Talk that same shit to me. That can get you disrespected out of boxing.
I'm all right with that.
Because if they see a man who threatens a fighter, boxing, I think they will try to exit you out.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. For George Campbell, what I said earlier today, I said, yo, a boxing content creator and a successful one, let's say, and I even mentioned the likes of Showbiz and other people, right? Hold on, give me a second, give me a second.
Yeah, but anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, so you got Teofimo Lopez. He wants to fight George Kambosos. George Kambosos came back and they were going back and forth. Punch Drunk Boxing said what he said. Then George Kambosos said what he said to Punch Drunk Boxing. Now Punch Drunk Boxing and George Kambosos, they got a bit back and forth with each other, right? The main thing is this. Should George Kambosos take this offer and fight Teofimo Lopez in this fight? Because George Kambosos is saying that I don't need to fight Teo where he wants. I'm a big star in America, in Australia. I went to all their countries. Now
Yeah, yeah,
they
I'm
need
here.
to come to my country. So George Kambosos is telling Teo, why don't you take your flight and get your passport and come and see me? Yeah. So do you think that George Kambosos should be taking this fight with Teofimo Lopez on the offer that he's been given, or should George Kambosos hold his ego and say that I'm the big star in Australia, that that's where we're going to sell more tickets, and you need to do the fight my way?
Oh, what I was gonna say though about that. Nah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, you gotta respect yourself first. That boxing shit comes second. You ain't gonna invite me saying what he said about putting his rich balls in my head and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I want him to do that shit. I want him to try that. Put his fucking pants down and let's see if he's still gonna have his balls.
I mean, to be fair with you, he's saying what he said to you, and you took that now disrespectfully from him, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you took it disrespectful, did it go out the window? Well, George was my guest. I still respect him in the ring. Did that punch drunk boxing at that moment go and out the window or what?
No, I'm always gonna respect fighters in the ring. It's
Mm,
a whole different type. That's in the ring.
mm.
Outside of the ring, I don't have to respect you. If you don't respect me, I don't have to respect you. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you a nerd and shit like that, you a nerd and you scared to fight fighters or boxers. That's another. I think that's what it is with some of the people in the comment section and shit like that. Because y'all pussies in real life, so y'all think that well everybody's a pussy like you. You think that you know what I'm saying? Nah, like like I said, I'm still waiting on that person to test
I
me
mean, he
outside of
did try.
boxing.
He did disrespect you. I ain't gonna lie. He did disrespect you. You
Anybody,
were.
please.
You. He did disrespect you. I also believe that you put some salt by saying to him, "Well, what have you done though in your life after Teal?" I feel that he feels that he's took some big fights and he needs respect regardless of what he's done,
Yeah, but
right?
I didn't say that what he did more. I said what you have accomplished.
Mm.
I didn't say what he did more.
So really and truly, it's true. If he wants to accomplish something, then why don't he take this fight?
I mean, yeah. So even if he don't take the fight, because to be honest, I don't. I think it's smart that he doesn't take the fight. It's smart business wise because he's capitalizing off business just off that win. So if he fights Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez knock him out, then forever and ever he's going to be this one hit wonder. But if he does fight somebody like Paru after the winner of Richardson Hitchens and Paru and beats the guy and become a champion again, he's not a one hit wonder. If he beats Jose Ramirez, an X4 champion, he's not a one hit wonder. If he beats anybody significant, he's not a one hit wonder. But as of now, since his performance after Teofimo Lopez, what has he accomplished? Now many are saying you are a one hit wonder. You are the Buster Douglas of this little young generation.
So let me ask you, Punch, what actually not triggered you off, but what made you What was the point? What George said to you that you thought, okay, now I'm gonna show this guy that this ain't no, I'm not no everybody any reporter. What was it that he said that okay, you thought, okay, no, I'm not gonna no more boxing talk with this guy like that.
The balls in your head shit.
The ball's in your head or saying no to your interview.
Nah, I didn't give a fuck about. He never said no to my interview.
So why is
That's
he
what I'm saying
saying
here.
that?
Cause he a liar. He never said a no to my interview.
So let's take it out the box, and I want these people to think how they would think. How does it feel, Punch, when we meet these when you meet these guys and they're not got much clout? You bring them on your channel, you make others debate you that why he should be where he is. You give him a lot of respect, but then they forget about all that. And that's happened to you. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna be real, because for what I've seen looking in, you put Boots Ennis on the map. From I didn't know him much when you first years ago. Then you spoke to Keyshawn Davis years ago, right? These guys, what I'm saying is, and then George Cambosis, you spoke to him years ago, bring him on your channel. He was chopping out with you. He loved being on your channel at the time. You guys had a good talk. Does that not make you feel a certain way that these guys they forget where what the guy what really when they were nobodies that you were giving them some clout? Do you
To
feel
a
a certain
certain
way about that? That when he
to a
says, "Oh,
certain
you wanted an interview," but when he
to a
wanted to come, he was a nobody. He wanted the interviews. You gave him interviews. So
to a
how do you feel
certain
about that?
yeah, to a certain that's why I gotta put him in his place. I gotta put him in his place, and I gotta put people like that in his place because they being fake. And just because you got more money, you can't be fake. You can't be fake to the people that was showing you to and not even showing you love. I ain't even gonna say show you love, but acknowledge you. Ain't nobody acknowledge you out here but me. Nobody.
I
Nobody
mean, we're
cared
all
to.
human being, though, innit? I'm a human being as well. I'll
No,
be honest with
but I
you.
understand that. I also understand in life, not just in boxing. I understand in life that people do switch up when they get an amount of money that they never had. They change their lifestyle. By changing your lifestyle, you think that you more than what you are for the period of time. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but
looking at George Camboso and the way that he said about you know what I'm saying, the lame what he said lame interview segment is you didn't think that it was a lame interview segment. And let's not forget that even before the interview, rap star, we chopping it up and saying that that you the only person that has acknowledged. That's why I say acknowledged. I'm the only one that has acknowledged in this country. He said he never had anybody to call him to do an interview in America.
this is what I'm saying, yeah. At the end of the day, when these fighters
He
get
said that.
egos, yeah, but when these fighters get egos, yeah, they forget about years ago when they weren't big names that you were the guys that we were pushing them. Like, I'll be honest, we're all human beings, but most reporters and boxing people and boxing outlets, they just swallow it with fighters because they know that fighters are very sensitive. And if you say something back to them, they find ways of blocking you or telling people to not let these people near the event, don't ask me questions and all that. They act like bitches, bro. Boxers don't like being real. Look, I keep telling people, rappers are not gangsters. I tell these kids,
Exactly.
rappers are not gangsters.
Hmm.
Boxers are not fucking street.
Hmm.
They're athletes. They come from a different surrounding. So you got to know how to deal with these people. So to be honest, when you're real back to a boxer, it's very rare you see people who have got relationships or people in boxing that say, "Yo, man, fuck you too. You acting like a hoe. If I see you, say that again to me." Because people in boxing don't give it back to boxers because they know they're xed out.
Hey, rap. You
Mm.
know, we know, we spoke, a lot behind the scenes for years and stuff like that. And that's why you're my boy, you're my brother. Let's keep it all the way real, even with your following. Let's keep it, let's just, if it's beyond just boxing, right? The
Everything.
conversations I had with you years, and let's say the vision or things I used to say about this community, whether it's just this community in a whole or boxing content creators, right?
Yeah.
what I used to say, like to uplift this community. This is the community. We important. We the one that elevates boxing and stuff like that. Like, to be honest, in this community, I thought that this was the realest of the reals, the raw fans that would respect people's hard work and all that shit. At this point, and you know that, rap. At this point, 90% of people out here, even in the community, even the people that's looking on, even the people that had boxing content, it's 90% fake.
But to be honest, you know what
So
it
when
is,
you
Punch. You
acknowledge,
know
so
what it is,
you know
though. You
what it
know what
is.
it is. Why they're fake.
You grow in not respecting. Y'all don't respect motherfuckers out here. Y'all
And
don't
do you know? Do you
respect.
know? Do you
Y'all
know
don't.
what else?
Yo, rap. They don't respect you. They don't respect me. They don't respect nobody out here. Fighters don't respect. The industry doesn't respect the subscribers and follow. They don't respect. They
And
don't respect.
the whole thing about boxing is disrespect. I mean, I remember years ago you came here with a lot of respect, trying to show people a lot of elevation and this, that, the other. But you got a lot of two-faced people. And the problem out here in boxing is there's no network where everybody can grow. Everybody's got a selfish attitude. You know, people are out there trying to act like snakes. And the problem is, and this is another thing that I got a problem with, that for many years we were the first channels, and you were the first channels that actually before me that were fighting for the boxers' respect. Because a lot of channels were calling boxers pussies,
Mm-hmm,
bitches, and that kind of shit won't going on when it comes to channels like yours, right?
mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of respect we show to the boxers. But I'm gonna keep it real. I don't blame you. Now I'm gonna say my view. I don't blame what you had to say back to Cambosis because I'm a human being as well. And yes, I'm a rehabilitated man. I got kids, but there's a street in me when I grew up differently. So I don't like a man trying to downplay me. I don't care who you are, where you come from, and what money you got. When I show you respect, you know genuinely I have showed you respect.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to disrespect me to make yourself look like so you can have a laugh on me. I don't like that. So with boxers, I get it. And I'm a human being. If I spoke to Boots when he was 19 years old, 20 years old, and nobody wanted to talk to him about in England, and you were the guy that brought Boots to the table and you let everybody speak to Boots, Boots was a guy that was so shy and he wasn't even knowing about channels, but you bring Boots to the table. But if I see Boots after all that years of help, boosting him up, and not only that, because I like boxing and I like giving respect to boxers, but I see Boots at a place and I say, yo, Boots, how's it going? When we going to do an interview again? And he says to me, yo, nah, man. I've seen that happen. And boxers have done that to me on my own channel. So I've lost respect for the boxers as well, Punch.
No, yeah,
Because the
yeah. I'm
boxers
saying,
are
I'm
not
saying,
real.
that's what I'm saying. The community as a whole, the boxers, the
Yeah, I've lost respect
promoters,
for the
the
boxers as well. Even though I'll be real with you. Yeah, you've been rocking with Teofimo from day one because you like what Teofimo brings to the game. But even Teofimo Lopez and all these guys, they all look like users. It's like when it suits them, everybody, yeah, 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 let's talk a certain way. And I know certain boxers have been real with you, and only a few. But I remember when Jamel Charlo, many years ago, I was sitting at home in England watching my 75-inch TV I bought, and I was watching, and I heard, and then I was watching a press conference with Jamel Charlo. I can't even remember, with Brian Castano, I think. And he said, hey, yo, that's my boy Punch Drunk Boxing. He speaks some real shit. That was respect now. I said, bruh, that's a professional world champion that recognized Punch, and we speak the Punch every day. So I felt elevated that, yeah, some boxers, they give you respect. Like, you can go somewhere like Amanda Serrano. I never thought you're going to be in her corner. I never thought that you're going to be standing there in Amanda Serrano's corner. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's respect. I like seeing that when people give boxers a lot of clout or a lot of energy and they like those boxers, I like those boxers to keep it real too. So,
but you know what it is that in this community, it's like I said it before. This is our community. Like the YTBC is our community. I've grown in this community. This community gave me, how you say it, or give us, what you say, not respect, Like they certify us. You feel me?
Yeah, I get that.
So, but the same thing in this community is like you fight for the community. Like, let's say when I go with Bill Haney, you know, I could just talk to Bill Haney behind closed doors, but I don't like the way that he don't keep it real with the people. So I go out my way. I don't be like these other channels and get bought. I don't be like them other channels. These other channels, they just spinning a narrative for. But I'm like, nah, bruh. I can't be bought. And by me saying I can't be bought, it's because you can't buy me with for the people. But these motherfuckers out here don't even appreciate that shit. You don't
No,
appreciate that shit. You
they
just
don't
see, oh,
appreciate it.
Punch Drunk and Bill Haney. No, y'all don't appreciate that shit. Y'all don't
No, but what I
appreciate the
will
real
say though,
shit.
Punch, what I will say, learning in the boxing for many years, yeah, and I'm gonna tell everybody, you know, Punch Drunk Boxing said to me one time, he said, "Yo, rap star, when you're gonna know so much of once he knew that I was involved in boxing and I started getting speaking to the business people and the people like WBC, Rick Glazier, many people, managers, Sean Gibbons. One day Punch said to me many years ago, he goes to me, you ain't gonna look at boxing the same way one day. He goes, the more you know about boxing, there's a part of you is gonna put you off of boxing. And there's
Mm-hmm.
only a passion that's going to keep you alive in boxing is why you came in the first place, is because you love the sport. But let me tell you, boxing is such a fucking, I mean, devil's advocate. And you're right, Punch. After I started to know everything and learning about it and started understanding about it and more of the business, I said, bruh, boxing is a, it's a weird sport. It's weird as fuck. You got to be a certain kind of way if you want to get elevated in the sport. And you do need to be a yes man. And that's why I couldn't be in boxing, Punch. Because if you can't be a yes man, only certain people real recognize real. So when you're real with some people, they'll recognize you, but they only give you the flowers when it suits them as well. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you got to have that. Either you stay by who you are, and recognize you ain't going to bend your back for anyone, which means you're going to favoritism any fighter or any camp or anything like that, because that's where you get a lot of respect for those people, temporary respect. At the end of the day, I don't care what you say to me, Punch, but anybody who's getting anywhere in the sport, they have to swallow their ego and be able to understand they have to be out of character really in real life if they want to get somewhere within the sport of boxing. Because when you're
Mm-hmm.
so real, you don't get the opportunities. And what happens, your doors get blocked. Like this, what you said back to George Kambosos, 90% of the people wouldn't have done that. They would have just
Mm-hmm.
said, all right, I know George Kambosos. Maybe I don't want to put myself in a situation where if there's a big fight, then I could be X'd out.
Mm-hmm.
People
And it
don't want
has
to be
happened.
that real. People don't like being real in boxing. Real does not get far in boxing, bro. That's
It's
what I've
not.
realized about the sport.
Like, 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 why you think, yo, rap? Why you think a lot of boxing, a lot of high profile independent media or YouTube channel don't really press on Gervonta Tank Davis? You know why? Because if you do, you get blackballed by TGB. That's why. Why you think? Why you think I'm? Oh, I can't even get. Y'all say I'm cool with we. I'm cool with TEO, but I can't get into a top ranked fight. You know why? 'Cause I'm too real.
And you know what's the weird thing, yeah? You could have something great for a fighter and his people. You could have some inside information to help them. Sometimes, instead of helping them too much, Punch, when they realize you know too much, they start to get worried about you. And it's like
But
you're
I
trying to
always,
help these people, and what they do, they take that somewhere else and try and get themselves a better situation.
but it's like I said, and the people gotta to hold you down. You know what I'm saying? When you keep it real with the people and you ruffle feathers,
Mm.
it's the people that hold you down. But in this community, it's not a good amount of people that hold you down. They
See
just
the
want to be they want to be entertained, and they like seeing you go. and you know what I'm saying, go to the power, I mean, speak on the powers that be and hold them accountable and whatever, have opinions about them, and it's entertainment. But you guys ain't supporting every day. You because number speaks. Guess who's the only one that loses?
Mm.
Who loses that? The door closes on who?
On the fighter.
Yo, when I spoke to Mauricio Suleiman in Texas, and I said, "Hey, we could do a interview," and he said, "No, wait a minute. I'm in a rush. I have to speak to the president of Ukraine. I have a conference call." And he said, "But I know about you. 50% of the things that you say, is you don't know 50% of what you're saying. You have to know the inside of the bottle. I understand what you're saying, but you don't know the details, right?" I said, "Oh, so give me the details. You feel me?" But then he had to go his conference call, right? But you know what he said? You know what him and his rep said? He said, "But I like what you do because there's not enough of American Latinos doing what you're doing. There is not enough for you, so keep on doing what you're doing."
See, this is the problem though, Punch. A lot of people believe, yeah, the fighters that you're good with over the years of you being in boxing, yeah, there's only a handful of fighters that always keep coming back, and here and there they show you respect, right? But what people don't realize is you've had the same respect for all these guys like Boots, Keyshawn, Shakur, and many of these fighters at early days where you put Boots out there, nobody even knew. So at the end of the day, it's not your fault if those guys don't keep it the real with you. You know what I'm saying? So this is what people say. Well, but if you're with Teofimo, you can also always make it in fights. Punch, make it sense. Like Teo's gonna do you favors. Now, when you need to explain to these people that do you get favoritisms to the fighters who come and give you respect?
I
That's what
get
they think. They think you get favors from TEO and people like that.
because they don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't know. That's what I'm saying. They
Are you,
don't. They
because I remember you told everyone few years ago when TO came on your channel and said, "Look, we'll pay for you, Punch. Come on our hotels and that we got you." And everybody in the chat said, "All right, Punch, you better do it." And then you turn around and says, "Nah, I'm not going to do it." On your
exactly.
own channel, you said, "I don't want no favors." And people said to you, "You stupid." This was years ago.
No, no,
TO's
no.
telling
No,
you
no,
to
no.
come to his hotel.
I'm gonna drop names, not people's, not people's. He was on the channel. He said, "Yo, I get you a suite."
Yeah.
He said
He
it
said, "I get you
publicly.
a suite."
He said it
Teofimo
publicly.
said that you get Punch drunk a suite.
And I said, and I said, nah, because that's going to compromise me being unbiased when I do the show. That was supposed to be in Miami, and I got myself a little room right across the street from the beach in South Beach.
Yeah.
And the guy from Fight Hype, when the shit was canceled, Sean, he like, damn, yo, they canceled the fight. That was, I think, on a Monday, on a Tuesday, right?
Mm.
And he's like, shit, man, but I'm here for a couple more days because Fight Hype paid for his flight and his room. And I said, nah, I pay for my room, and I already booked the whole week. And I could have stood and but Tio, you know what I'm saying? They said, "Hey, yo, you could get a room." You know what I'm saying? And I said, "Nah." He said, "Man, you stupid. You should take everything what anybody offers you." I said,
Because
"Nah,
most
not me."
people would. Most people would have.
But that's what I'm saying. But if people don't know,
Mm.
that's why it's funny. It's funny to me. Like, it's funny to me to hear people say, "Oh, you take it from." Yo, you could ask them yourselves.
I mean, it's look, at the end of the day, some guys, not all fighters are open like that. And some guys, because also, Punch, you got a personality. So maybe you click with some people sometimes when they see you, and it's all good. That's why Andrade's got, he kind of like got, because you met him many times. And it's like at this point, Andrade just don't know you as a guy in boxing. He knows the man away from punch drunk boxing, probably. That's why it's cool with you like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, though, at the end of the day, people think when a fighter's being good to somebody, right? A channel, that they're getting uh they're getting some leeway with those people, like in events or certain things. Like it just looks like Tio's being good to punch, Andrade's being good to punch, Jamel Charlo's being good to punch. Amanda Serrano's being good to punch. So they think, oh, Punch Drunk getting something out of it. You know what I mean?
Is the
That's how
you know
they
what it is?
automatically
You
think.
go is the respect level. Look, once you have, I'm gonna tell you, look, it works for a lot of people, but it doesn't work with me. It doesn't work with my personality. You know what I'm saying? If I'm cool with you, I don't want no business transaction with you. I don't want that. Look, in boxing is a short career, bro. And I told this to Bill Haney, and I said it live before. I said all these motherfuckers that you know what I'm saying? Because we speak, we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
And you know what? People crazy.
I said to him, you gonna know all these dudes is fake. Once your son's career is over, you ain't gonna want to talk to these people because you know what? Because you bought them off. They was fake. And but how much you want to bet? When your son career is over, by the end, when it's all over and you don't gotta do all this Bill Haney promotion shit, you're gonna know that I was a real motherfucker. And watch after Devin Haney's career, you're going to see probably Bill Haney chilling with Punch Run Boxing more than the dudes that he's chilling out right now because that's all they doing just to promote the son. Not me. I'm just keeping it real with you. Whatever you see me and Bill Haney, that conversation we be having in front of everybody on the panel is the same shit conversation we have behind the scenes.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is at the end of the day, punch drunk boxing is who you see on the screen, and punch drunk boxing is who you see off the screen. There is no ifs or buts. There's no, oh, I'm being a certain way because when I see you, you let off the same vibe. So if somebody's gonna rock with you, they're like, you know what, this guy is who he is, and he's not, anyone else. So that's how they chill with
Yo,
you.
you know
If
why?
they don't like you, if they don't like you, they think, oh, Punch got a big mouth.
Bro, you know
Nah,
why?
bro, this guy's too much, bro. Like
You
the
know why?
things that
Look,
we say on YouTube, when you see people in boxing, you know how they're sensitive, bro. So one thing is, you don't lie about it. You go all to these events, you show your face, but at the same time, you're giving criticism, but it's constructive criticism in your brain of what you're doing.
yo, it's like let's say in boxing, a lot of people be saying, "Yo, Teofimo Lopez Senior is crazy. He crazy. He drunk and all that stuff." To be honest, he's the most authentic motherfucker that I ever met in boxing. I'm not saying it has to be right or it has to be wrong or stuff like that.
Mm.
Or he's a perfect dude. But what you see is what you get. This ain't what the camera's on and he is this person. I'd rather be around motherfuckers that I know that this is how they are. That they not putting in a front. They're not like, oh, saying one thing in the panel or saying one thing when the camera is on, but then behind the scenes, you're really not this type of person.
And that's very rare. You know why that's very rare when you find people which are athletes like that. Even if they like you, they don't want to be real with you because they feel like they're just a certain way. So when you get people who recognize and they respect you, then that takes it different to a different place. Because not many boxers have that with either people in the media or people reporting in boxing. You just got probably a personality that clicks with some people. And that's very hard to do. Because let me tell you why. You got to have a lot of patience in this sport, and especially with boxers. And I have got every right to say that because I've met multiple boxers. And I'm going to tell you now, I've took flights over for 3 days in Texas, 2 days in Vegas. And Punch, I've never said to you to vouch for me. But I remember a time when when was Billy Joe's fight? 2021? Did I not show you 10 boxers that I was next to?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did I not show you Chavez Sr.? Did I not show you Juan Manuel Marquez? I met a lot of boxers. So it's not like I don't meet them. I don't talk to them. Have I met Eddie Hearn Punch? Did I not send you a picture once?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've met all these people. And I know what boxing's like with boxers as well, managers, Mauricio Suleiman. I meet people in the sport of boxing. One thing I've realized about boxers, they're fucking sensitive breed, bro. When you're a
Emotional,
loud guy
bro.
like me from London and you don't take shit, and you're a person who likes to tell people, just a bit honest, you don't like being a yes man. Boxers don't like them type of people like me, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you like
I
this.
haven't got patience and I got boxers in my friends. I got boxers who are some of my friends, and yeah, I've got people that I do get along as boxers. Some boxers I got their numbers, they're okay, but most of them are sensitive. They got a split personality, and I can't deal with these people. Punch. So you
Yo, the
got
less emo
patience. to deal with some of these guys because I ain't got patience for them.
Yo, the less emotional person, fighters that I know personally, the less emotional one is Amanda Serrano. Amanda
Mm.
Serrano is the least emotional. If there is, if we have to,
Yeah, we
gauge the
got to
emotion.
factor into a point what they're living as. Yeah. So Amanda Serrano is very, very complacent and a very chilled out and a good aura.
She lives and breathes boxing. Nothing else in life. Yo, my brother, she has a literally, she has like a cheap flip phone. Literally.
Mm.
She
Yeah.
don't be on social media. The only way she's on social media if somebody that has will show her you know what I'm saying, let's say a message, a tweet or something like that, but she doesn't have it personally.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. Some fighters, you might think, yeah, that they're actually not okay people when they meet you. The ones that you think are rough in the ring are actually okay when they meet you. Do you know that? And let me tell you what I mean by that. I met Javante Tank Davis. He was drunk. I met him in a club, but the man was cool and he didn't even mind this other guy taking a fucking picture of him. There and then while he was just chilling. You know what I mean? Tank. I met Tank Davis many years ago and he's cool. But I tell you what, Adrian Broner, nah. Adrian Broner, yo, I don't like saying this. I'm real as you get as a fan as well. Adrian Broner is a bitch when you see him. I don't like Adrian Broner because he don't have that personality for the fans. He just got ego everywhere he goes. And Adrian Broner, sometimes he's a kind of guy that, he just got too much aura of himself at that time. So Adrian Broner, I didn't see him being good to the fans. Some fighters you see, they're good. They're chilled. They're happy to mix and mingle. You know what I mean? But
But if you
some
ask a
fighters, they
lot of
got
these
too much. They
fighters,
got too much ego, bro.
if you ask a lot of these fighters today who they respect the most behind the scenes, the more name the name that you hear more, to be honest, is Adrian Broner.
Mm.
A lot of these fighters that right now they respect Adrian Broner more than a lot of fighters out there.
But anyway,
Because
let's
maybe
give.
his personality is what you see is what you get, and then he tries to school the fighters and the trials and tribulations, and what to look out for. It's almost like Adrian Broner tries to help these fighters, but he can't help himself. He's one of those type of guys.
Okay, so I want to go to the subject before you leave anytime soon. So I've been watching certain channels today, like the Boxing Voice. I've seen Bill Haney, but he didn't come on no channel. He was on a Yes Man channel, so we're not going to talk about Bill today. What we are going to say that Bill's not said nothing about the offer that we're hearing with Teofimo Lopez giving Devin Haney an offer where he can earn more than a couple of million, come back and fight for a world title against the man they say they want to fight with, and that's Teofimo Lopez. Now, I'm hearing from Ness that Turkey is giving Bill Haney a better offer. So, can you please explain that Bill Haney is texting Ness from what I'm hearing or on the Boxing Voice to say that they can get an offer by Turkey? Or if there was going to be an offer by Turkey, how the fuck is TEO giving them an offer then? What's going on?
Because, like I said, and when I'm debating him on the Boxing Voice, and I'm doing it for the people as well, stop lying to the people. There is no offer that Turkey Al Sheikh was giving Teofimo Lopez to fight you, and then saying you got. Then what he said also that Tio was getting the most money he's probably ever made and stuff like that. So if you getting 5 to 6 million, that means that Tio will be getting 4 to 5 million. But Tio's in his personal, let's say the issue that he got, that he's not getting paid what he deserves. So
Mm.
if he's fighting for money, wouldn't he accept it if there was an offer? Which fighter in the 140-pound division will will decline a $5 to $6 million payday?
I don't
Who
know,
is
but
getting
Turkey
that
Al Sheikh,
guaranteed?
but they're saying that Turkey Al Sheikh giving them an offer for them in TEO. When we speak to Teofimo Senior, he showed us the attorneys that he speaks to with Top Rank that they're bullshitting. There's no offer from Turkey at all. In fact, he's saying that we try to get to Turkey, but they're blackballing us,
Mm-hmm.
right? But now Turkey has put out a statement, and Turkey says, Punch, wait and see. Do not believe anything until I announce. I hope to be ready in 2 days, and I hope the fans like it. It will be a big surprise. Fights can be easy. Main card, the fans in my heart. Easy. All fights will be main card fights. So Turkey saying, don't believe anybody until you speak to me.
And nobody ever heard of Turkey acknowledge Teofimo Lopez. So where this contract? I asked Eddie Hearn. I did my due diligence for the community. I asked Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? He's not working with Devin Haney. They don't have a contract. So how was Matchroom Boxing going to just cough up half of the money just to give Devin Haney just to give him money? Like, people got to be smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got to be smart. Don't let these other YouTubers are playing y'all like dummies.
So let's keep it
Like, I'm
logical,
letting
bro.
y'all know. I'm punch drunk is letting y'all know. If it's anybody really for the people, it's me. I'm the one that go to bat for y'all. I'm the one that's gonna get blackballed. Y'all ain't gonna do it. I will do it. You guys let these other boxing content creators fake y'all.
But Punch, let's keep it logical, right?
It's
Bill
crazy.
Haney's going on channel saying
It's
that
crazy.
his son, they're offering a fight to Tio. Tio's come out now and saying, here's the offer. The offer's here for these guys. So if they
Mhm.
don't want to fight, just say they don't want to fight. Now watch this. Bill's not going out there saying they don't want the fight. But logically, is it right for Devin Haney to be rushed into a fight with Tio, knowing that he's just had a big fight already and things were a bit concussive for him there? I don't blame Haney's for having a tune-up punch. I don't blame Devin Haney for not wanting a heavy fight straight away, though. But they're not saying that.
I don't know why they're not saying that, because I believe any boxing head will agree that he's still young. He's about to enter his prime. He just turned 26 last week. So after a beating like Ryan Garcia, even legend fighters have said that he should get an easy fight. He shouldn't step inside a ring, you know, with an elite fighter. And that's respectable. If you're a real fan of boxing and you know how career goes, that is highly respectable. I will not get mad if Devin Haney will fight uh, uh, um, a top 15 fighter. No, it's just it's the right thing to do. Get his confidence back up, get him back in the winning column, see where he adjusted, give him a camp, and then throw him in there with the line if he's ready to be. Because Devin Haney, if you look at his resume, has a good quality resume for his age. You know what I'm saying? He's already accomplished great things in the sport of boxing. There's no reason to rush it. So I'm all good with that, but stop with the fake narrative, trying to put other boxers and other teams down, faking it because they're not willing to do what you do and hustle everybody that's an independent media, or hustle anybody because they're not gonna fact check you. So you could go to Vlad TV, but that doesn't mean that Teofimo Lopez or Javante Tank Davis is gonna go the next day and go to Vlad TV. So it's easy for you to go to these platforms. You hustle your way. Hey, you're doing a wonderful job. In the end of the day, Bill Haney is hustling. I can't knock the hustle. He does it all for his son. But for the people to really have your noggin up, like really think, like stop being gullible for everything.
Yo, D Calico, is it true that Devin Haney don't need to take no fight like this with Teofimo straight away?
Man, he needed.
He needs a fight like this.
Yeah, we all need it. Just because it's like do or die. You know what I'm saying?
So
Put a young
then he should take the fight with Tio then.
hell yeah, yeah. Because if he don't win, it could be all over for him. If he wins, then he's all the way over what happened in the Ryan fight. You know what I'm saying? He'll be
Mm.
either completely over it or completely under it.
But that's what I mean. So you're what you're
Risk it
saying is,
all
but look what you just said. Risk it all. But why you need to risk it all?
because you want all the respect, don't you?
But he got respect.
You know what I'm saying? All he want all the respect, don't he?
You know, no fighter is gonna get all the respect until they retire. Not even Muhammad
Nah,
Ali
come
had
on,
all the
man.
respect when he's
Come
fighting.
on. You can get all the respect.
Nah. I'm being
Nah,
honest
Devin
about it.
Crawford,
Haney, yeah. Devin Haney beats Teofimo now. He gets big respect. Big.
No,
yeah.
yeah, I'm saying, I'm saying, I'm
He'll
saying,
be the
but he's
man.
saying
He'll
risk
be the
it
man
all.
again. He'll be the man.
Like
The only way he can get more respect is beating Javante.
what I'm saying is I think that people it's still the element of having a career. Do you know how much? Do you know how much time? Do you know how much work you need to get or need to get in the position where Devin Haney is at, and to risk it all just for what at this moment? I'm
Hey,
not saying I
right
don't like
now,
the fight. I want the fight. What I'm saying is, if he don't, if they go with the route of saying that we need a tune up, I won't be against it. I won't be like,
Jack,
nah.
Jack Catterall fight is perfect for him. You know what I'm saying? Because Catterall, like TEO's last opponent, Josh Taylor, and him and Catterall, their fight was so great that this would be a good barometer.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
that
I mean?
don't make sense, bro. Why is Devin Haney gonna go into a risky fight with Catrol and don't even gain a belt? I mean, why not fight
Oh yeah, it's
Teofimo
no
and
belt
gain the
involved.
belt? I don't
Ain't-
want why look, Devin Haney don't need to lose to a man who's not right up there. So why not Devin Haney? Say if Devin Haney has a slip up.
Yeah, yeah. Because Catterall literally the way he fought Regis was like Devin. So he's pretty much adapted or adopted a Devin Haney type of style. Like it might be dangerous. Just like I don't think he wanted to fight Liam Paro for the same reason. Didn't
Bro, I
spar.
give him a tune up. Go fight Montana Love. Here's a tune up, and then go fight Tio. If they go into the route of taking the tune up, but if they go get Tio,
If he takes
I
the
like a
tune up,
Tio fight.
if he takes the tune up, I want a knockout. I want to fight. I know it's been about 5 years, but I want a fucking knockout.
True.
You know, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
But think about it. Like so at this point, at 26 years old, we know Devin Haney is not a knockout artist. I think now, see, now, now I'm backing Haney on this one. Like, no, I'm not pressuring. That was early in his career. Like, oh, come on, man, stop being a boring fighter and get a knockout. He's not a knockout artist. I don't
No,
expect him. I don't expect Shakur to knock
no.
somebody out. If I'm
But he's
going
never
in
had
there
a tune up.
expecting, even with a tune-up, just give me. You could hurt your opponent, drop him a couple of times and stuff, but oh, he got to get a knockout. That's not Devin Haney. That's what got him in trouble
Look,
versus Ryan Garcia.
look.
Devin Haney just needs to do Devin Haney, bro.
Yeah.
If you come up to 140 and knock down a Regis Prograis twice, I expect you to do a tune up worse.
But but even analyze the knockdowns. He knocked down Regis and then he pulled back.
Yeah, he was scared to go get in the fire with him.
He didn't go. He didn't knock him down and went to the follow through. He knocked him down and then he hopped right back out. That tells you right there. He doesn't have the killer instinct. He
See, the
threw him with a
problem
good.
is though, yeah, but Punch, I think D Calico's onto something because no matter what, that this fight's a no contest. There's a lot of pressure on Devin Haney right now. Meaning, like, if he lost to Ryan, then if he didn't lose to Ryan, he's going to show us how great he is right now again. Yeah, but it's like it's like he has took a lot of pain in that fight. Nobody can be blind and realize the man got knocked down 6 times, but they gave 3 knockdowns. He took 3 to 5 serious concussive blows. That man would have gone knocked out. Devin Haney's got a lot of heart. His heart kept him in that fight. His father should have stopped it. If they were going to keep fighting, bro, and they wanted the best fights, right, they should have stopped the fight early because Devin Haney started getting a lot hurt, and everybody saw that Devin Haney against Ryan Garcia was out of character. He was getting hurt. That's not who he is, and nobody would have blamed him after the couple of heavy knockdowns that Bill stopped it for the best for the rainy day. But they fought it on. He took more punishment. I just feel Haney's in a bad situation in a way that if he fights a lesser opponent, and D Calico says by chance he doesn't do good, that's fucked up. If he gives everything that he's got and he's still young, that's one good thing, because some people can't take a loss when they get older like that. So he's still got age. Him at 140 is not the healthiest place that he wants to be. He looks like he still needs to go up in weight. But if he gets the right fight at 140, just go for it all. Because what has he got to lose? If he gives the best fight and he does good against TEO, he's doing all right.
Yeah, and he doesn't have, like you say, he don't have years to be at 140. I don't think he has 12
months. You put him in there
with
Sandor Martin. You put him in there with Jack Catterall. You put him in there with fighters, even Matthias or somebody. There's a chance that Haney can get beat.
Yep. And what about that the guy that just fought Broner? What's his name? Not Rick. You know what I'm talking about. The guy with the Ric Flair sound he always make. The guy that just beat up Adrian Broner, knocked his tooth out.
Blair Cobbs.
Yeah, Blair Cobbs. Like, even Blair Cobbs might be a dangerous fight for him. You know? Just being, that unexpected.
I mean, if you say tune up, yeah, then if you want to tune up, take Richard Comey. A fight that you know you can win. Yeah? You need a fight that you know you can win. I mean, what's a tune-up for Devin Haney, bro? Give me some tune-ups. I mean, you got Richard Comey, Montana Love. You know what I mean? Who's a tune-up for Devin Haney, bro?
Dang. You got to go to the scrap heap. I don't know, man.
Who should Devin Haney be a tune-up with for an easy fight? Who do you want him to fight that's easy, bro? With Devin Haney with less risk. Rod Salker out of retirement. Come on, bro. You got to give me some tune-ups, bro.
Nah, I don't think he needs a tune-up, man. I'm going to be honest, because we're not going to learn nothing from that. You know what I mean? Like, he might go untouched the whole fight. Like, we need to see him face adversity. We need to...
Man, but what? You know what, though? If this Ryan Garcia fucked up shit didn't happen to Haney, the real fight for Haney was Teofimo anyway. The fight that everybody's been wanting to see for a long time is Teofimo versus Devin Haney.
Yep. Ryan Garcia suckered him in. He lured him in. There was no reason to fight Ryan. Like, there was no benefit in fighting Ryan. It's really just chasing the ghost of Gervonta. You want to fight Gervonta, so you're trying to follow his trail and fight his scraps to try to make yourself credible for him. But it was a waste of your time. Like, Garcia hadn't put himself in position to fight you. So why fight him?
And Texas, Barboza and Jermaine Ortiz, they're contenders, man. They're not tune-ups. Barboza's looking for a world title. They're not tune-ups, bro. If you want to really give Devin Haney a tune-up, you got to give him somebody that he's got to come back with. Montana Love, and Richard Comey. Maybe even fucking give me Maxie Huge.
Hey, Rap, you want to take a guess on...
You know what I mean? Give me fighters like that, bro.
Hey, Rap, you want to take a guess on the card that Turkey Al-Sheikh about to reveal?
Yeah, Turkey Al-Sheikh said, let's talk about that first. Wait, let me get the tweet. So, ladies and gentlemen, Turkey Al-Sheikh, is announcing a major fight. Each fight in its own right is a main event. The fans are in Turkey's heart. And he said, wait till you see the matchups. So what fights is Turkey putting together? Let's go. Virgil Ortiz versus Jaron Boots Ennis. That's the first fight that he is going to put together, bro.
Exactly.
Shakur Stevenson versus
Kid
Austin.
Yeah.
And you know that Kid Austin came here many years ago, D Calico, and
Hey,
look at where he's coming to now.
bro, I promise, you the first person I ever heard speak of him. You know what I mean? Like you didn't just say it one time. You had a lot to say about somebody I didn't know, so I had to find out about him. You know what I mean? For real.
I put Kid Austin on the map over here.
For real. Like every year, like you never went on. I ain't never heard you go a month without mentioning Kid Austin.
Now give me some other fights that he's putting together.
Well,
Devin Haney versus Jack Cattrall.
we. Yep, that'll be flanking. And Devin Haney on any card right now with a major card like that. Oh my gosh. Like everybody's supposed to bring their A game. You know, you in here with the best of the best of the best. Let's see who puts on the best performance. You know what I mean? I think that'll really say something.
So look at that. I gave you 3 cards, yeah? I've already given you. Watch the next fight. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Conor Ben versus Chris Eubanks Jr.
Finally.
It's going down. Conor Ben versus Chris Eubanks Jr., ladies and gentlemen. It's going down. Turkey Al Sheikh is getting ready to announce all fights.
So is it De La Hoya versus you know, the
that
London
one's going to be another different event.
Okay, I'm just saying it looked like all their fighters are fighting each other.
Man, look at the events we're putting together, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you ready for the next fight?
Yes, sir.
Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua.
Wow.
Now you got some fights.
Wow. We talking about fireworks.
Now you got some fights.
Whoa.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Rapstar already is in the psyche ball of Turkey Al Sheikh, and the fights that should be getting announced that he said, just get ready. Fights are coming, and he's going to announce some serious fights like I just told you some.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
yep.
now
I can't wait to see Daniel Dubois again.
Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker.
Whoa. That'd be finally beautiful if it happens.
Now tell me, with all these fat fights I just came out with one after another, that I'm not a good matchmaker for Turkey.
You the best. Come on, man. You the best, man. Come on,
man. Tell me that I haven't already done Turkey's job.
Man, he needs to hire you and stop playing.
Tell me I haven't just done the whole card for the best card for all of you guys. I haven't put it together. Tell me.
Like you already know the big, it's a lot of big people be listening to your channel. Bro, they're gonna go get paid by, saying everything you just said.
Wow.
They need to hit the Cash App, man. Y'all go ahead and donate to Rapstar. Y'all know y'all eating off his plate. Y'all know he got the best he the best matchmaker in boxing.
It's solid, bro. Look at that. Anthony's giving me respect. It's solid. If he puts them all on one card, he goated, bro. He goated. I've given you the fucking fights. I've just given you all the fights. I've given you all the fights that Turkey's going to put together. And I've given you the fights before they've even been announced.
Yeah, that's amazing. Them be amazing fights right there.
Don't even tell me that they're not the fights.
Bro, like he said, each one of them, like I would wait a whole 3 months just for one of those fights. You know what I mean? To give me all of them in one night, oh man, that's boxing heaven.
He's going to give you them all in one night.
And in
Virgil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis.
February 22nd is right after the Super Bowl.
Stevenson versus Kid Austin. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Conor Ben versus Chris Eubanks Jr. Yeah?
Yep.
We're still going to have more fights.
Versus Virgil Ortiz.
Yes. That's going to be fucking an event, bro. I'll tell you that.
Bro, and my thing is, What if all the underdogs win?
What do you mean underdogs?
The underdog. I'm talking about the Schofields.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the Ortizes.
I mean, Ortiz ain't an underdog at 154 against Boots. I'll tell you that.
He is.
Not on paper. I don't think it will be.
Well, it must be 50-50 down the middle. Because I think that Ortiz is still a slight underdog, and if he wins, that'll be surprising to a lot of people.
I don't know, man. It's a proper 50-50 fight, bro.
I love it. Man, ain't no advantage in this fight because we just seen Boots' last fight. If that was Virgil Ortiz, he would have been in trouble.
I don't know, man. I think the problem I got here now is Boots going to be able to deal with Virgil Ortiz's pressure, because you can't put Virgil out unless you knock him out. And Boots ain't going to have that kind of power to knock him out.
He ain't got it. Not a Mason.
So it's going to be a fight all the way to the end. And it depends how Boots can outbox him.
Man.
But the guy is tough. And Virgil has learned a lot from that last fight. He's coming in there. And he knows that he's a durable guy at 154, bro.
If Virgil just does the same thing, that's going to be hell for anybody. Like, that last fight was a war. That was like,
yeah,
man. And he was a little slick in that fight. He showed some boxing technique. He showed some skills. You know, but he showed that Mexican style more than anything. You know, that rugged, come forward. I'm finna, buzz saw you. Like, he gonna mow through some people, man. I'm telling you. I like Verge.
Yeah.
And the thing about when he fights Boots is gonna look human. I'm telling you now. He's gonna look human versus Virgil. Because he's been looking superhuman.
I don't know, man. Virgil was getting fucking knocked down a few times as well in his last fight, bro. He looked vulnerable.
I like, and we all like that. We both.
No, I like a fighter when he comes back from getting knocked down and coming back stronger. I like that.
Yeah, because you can tell when a knockdown is very impactful. Like, the guy gets up, he don't have his legs, Like, that's like with Amir Abdullah. Like, his legs, I said Amir Abdullah. Abdullah Mason, when he got knocked down, like, I was confident because I didn't see him wobbly. I didn't see, he wasn't weak from getting knocked down. It was just, it was a lucky knockdown, really. Pretty much same thing with Virgil. That wasn't he wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt at all.
Now let's talk about with what's his name, Kid Austin and Shakur Stevenson. So Zepeda apparently says he's got injury. People are saying that Zepeda's ducking the fight. Okay. So Kid Austin's number 2 after Zepeda. He's stepping up. Shakur Stevenson said, "Bring it, and let's see if we can get this deal done." So these guys have now signed on their side, and the deal's virtually done now. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we got a fight with Kid Austin and Shakur. Problem is, I'm a big Kid Austin comes to my channel.
Yep.
In his last fight, though, D, he got fucking fatigued in a 12-round fight. I just want to let you know, if Eddie Hearn is throwing the money for the fight with Turki Al-Sheikh, that's on Shakur's the A side. You know that, right? The fight's going to be in a 24 by 24 ring. Why? Because Shakur's the A side. And even if you make it a few inches less, big deal. Right? So it's going to be a big ring. Shakur got the experience, and he's a 12-round fighter. You know this.
Oh, yeah.
That's his best game plan. This fight goes to the distance.
But answer me this. How can Shakur get Kid Austin tired? we saw how he got tired the last fight.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, when he got in the fire, when he stood toe to toe and
Yeah.
was letting the other guy
Yeah,
touch
Kid
him.
Austin don't need to throw that many punches.
You know what I'm saying is that kind of scrap would never happen against Shakur. How can he get? The only way he can get tired against Shakur is by chasing Shakur. He's not gonna get tired from the war. It's not gonna be a war. Like that last fight against that last fighter that Shakur
But is it going to be the same fight like everyone else? You can't. We haven't seen a fighter, no matter if Shakur's boring or not. We haven't seen a fighter to go in there and make it a great fight.
Yeah, because the last times was at 130, and he was just too big for those guys. But they always pressed the issue and tried. Everybody wanted to beat up Shakur. Nobody was really scared. They were just too small for him at 130. Now at 135, he's the one that's ducking and dodging. Now he's running around like a chicken. So it's just crazy. Like I don't think he can move up.
Pressure, yeah.
He can't move up and wait.
Go ahead. Talk to
Now I'm just gonna say, I don't think Shakur can move up and wait. Like he's not gonna be in boxing that long because he can't go up in divisions. He can't take this show on the road. He can't take what he's doing at 135. He cannot take that. He can't take this to 140. He can't take that to 147. This might be his last rodeo at 135 if he don't really show something that is to be reckoned with at a weight like 140.
I mean, look, let's be honest, bro. At the end of the day, right, Shakur's got the experience and he's a smart fighter. Kid Austin's pressure, if it's wasted pressure, then he's going to get frustrated, which means he has to be very calm and calculated. Always a fighter who goes in with a fight like Shakur is like, you need to bring it to him. You need to waste your gas tank, try to throw heavy shots on the elbows, try to catch on the body, then try to cut off the ring. Takes a lot out of you. Sometimes I think a fighter needs to stand in that ring and let the guy come to him. Or, you got to try and change and do some reverse psychology on Shakur.
Kid Austin has to study the Bivol versus Beterbiev fight because he is Beterbiev in this fight. And Shakur is Bivol. And it's gonna be eerily similar to that. If he can win, it's gonna be eerily similar to that. But if he don't imitate Beterbiev, then he won't win. He has to relentlessly walk him down, and you have to save all that lunging. You can't just lunge in the middle of the ring. You have to walk him down consistently. Same way Beterbiev was doing Bivol. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to block and chop. You know what I mean? Like I can see if he brings the Bivol game plan, I think that's what it takes to beat one of these guys that actually have more technical skill than you. Because Bivol had more technical skill than Beterbiev, but it didn't matter against the pressure and the power.
The problem is they say that, yeah, you can have the power, but if you can't hit with your power, yeah, your power's no good if you ain't got versatility and you ain't got boxing IQ that can make you make entrances and you can build yourself into a momentum where you can create the openings, right? That takes education of a fighter that knows how to play chess with a guy, but then can bring it to the guy where he's not expecting it. Is that too much to ask for from a guy who's young, who's only 22 years old? Kid Austin ain't no Beterbiev, bro. Beterbiev is a guy that's tested, proven, has shown that his jab is immaculate. Man's got composure. Man's got everything that you can ask for as an all-round fighter. Kid Austin hasn't got all that attributes yet. As in,
Better
like, if
Beef.
he has the attributes, he hasn't got the experience.
Yeah,
So,
Better Beef is the blueprint. Like Better Beef didn't have nobody to copy, so he set, like he's the one who's popped this off is basically.
and I want Kid Austin to pop it off.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad has said to me, look, my son sparred this guy. I know how we spar, right? At the end of the day, sparring is sparring and boxing is boxing. And Kid Austin, yeah, he's made for this. This is his opportunity. This is what every kid dreams of. You're
Yeah.
going against a pound for pound guy, whatever fight, he's got the skills, he's got the talent. You got to break him down. You got to do something to this man that other people can't.
Look, one thing I would say is I feel like this is the perfect time to fight Shakur, especially for a guy like Schofield, because I don't know if you understand the pressure that Shakur is up under. Shakur is up under so much pressure to perform. Schofield is not up under pressure to perform at all. He could go out there and do like De Los Santos, and nobody would be mad or anything. He's not under any pressure to actually do anything in the world. What I'm really getting at is because this guy Shakur, the world been beating him up so bad. Like everybody's saying, like you say, a boring fighter. We talking about people making memes, going to sleep. People really are leaving the fights. Like this guy is at the bottom, even though it looked like he at the top. He got the belt or whatever. He a champion, but this guy is losing all his rank. He has no value. He is dying. He's drying up the sport right now. So he has to outperform. He needed a cherry pick. That's why he had the first fight lined up on the Better Be card, but his hand, he said, he broke his hand. He needed that cherry pick so he could start to be exciting again. Now he has to force his hand. He has to be exciting against a fighter that wants to get excited. He wants the excitement. He wants to bang it out. This guy is literally like a young Sean Porter. That is gonna be dangerous to play with. He's not no Errol Spence. He can't fight Kid Austin's style. If he does that, trying to be exciting, which he has to do right now, he has to be exciting. He has to, number one, he has to outdo Keyshawn Davis. He has to start outdoing this guy. When the hell did Keyshawn Davis start outdoing Shakur? So now the tables are being turned. He has to turn up the volume. And if he can't turn up the volume, that boring shit is going to be the end of him.
Hey, yo, man, boring or not, that's skills, bro.
Keyshawn Davis.
Defense.
Is Keyshawn Davis better than him? Is Keyshawn Davis better than Shakur?
It might look like it on the outside, but
I'm saying exciting-wise, huh?
Yeah, of course, exciting is one thing, but skills is another thing, isn't it? Skills is another thing, bro.
Well, what about offensively? Would you say Keyshawn is better?
What do you mean offensively is Keyshawn better? Yeah, I mean offensively, what's his Maxi Hughes is better.
Damn.
Because those fighters, they go
Kambosos.
No, but look, Shakur Stevenson knows how to hit you, get away. He knows how to move. Those punches, yeah, they're points. Shakur knows how to score points on you and keep you out of range. Your big shots are not landing.
Man, judges aren't respecting that a lot lately. Like they just
people say entertaining, but boxing is also about education and science. Boxing, look, let's be honest, that's entertaining for the casual and the public. But a fighter really has, when he starts in boxing, the first thing he gets taught is to hit and not get hit.
Yeah, how to avoid getting hit. Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest skill set that you need is to avoid taking punishment. That alone is a skill set.
It's a skill. Yeah, power, you can't teach power.
Yeah.
So the first thing you should learn is, like you're saying, yeah, that skill. that defense. That's the whole point of even learning boxing, is to defend yourself. So it means defense.
Yeah, it's like you'd be a fool if you're a fighter who don't know how to get away from punishment. You'd be a foolish fighter all the time.
I love it. Bro, I love it. Because I'm tired of seeing, boxers speaking with a slur, in wheelchairs. And I'm just sick of it. All this CTE damage, you can tell. So I'm proud of him for that. But sometimes it got to get action. It got to be action.
Man, big respect to little kid Austin. He grew up in front of us. And if he's getting the biggest opportunity to fight the biggest fight, you got to respect it. Win or lose, Kid Austin's game trying to be great.
Yep. And I think he can do it. I think he can do it. Because how would the referees judge the early rounds? Because Kid Austin showed he can actually box. It's just that he has a tendency to want to fight. He really does want to fight. But he's been taught how to box, and he was showing it early in that last fight. But it gets boring to him. Like, you even heard the commentators say while he was jabbing and boxing, they were like, wow, he could do this all day. And he could have, but he chose not to. Because he wants the smoke. He wants all the smoke. He want to, he want to give you some action. He wants some highlights. So if, he's going to unravel. He's going to turn into a fighter. But in those first 4 or 5, maybe 6 rounds, he might go 4, 5, 6 rounds actually boxing. How would the referees, how would the judges grade that? Would they give all of these boxing rounds to just Shakur, knowing that he didn't do anything emphatical? He's not going to put an emphasis. It's not going to be nothing that you can stamp that, oh, Shakur did what? He's not going to do much in those boxing rounds. Now, when Kid Austin forces the fight and starts trying to really run at him and try to get him, and he, does his little pity pat counters, like, then we can, really start to decide who wins rounds. But those early rounds is going to be so boring. I'm wondering what the judge is going to say.
And I think as a fan, everybody's going to be watching to see if Kid Austin can cut off the ring, break the distance, land some heavy shots on the inside, possibly hurt Shakur. Because he's going to need to hurt Shakur to win the fight.
Yep. Yeah, I think he got to go like one body blow at a time. Like, he should concentrate his big shots on being body blows for at least the first 3 rounds. Or all throughout the fight, all throughout the damn fight, concentrate on just getting a solid body blow. Because he's not the type of guy you can hit combinations on. You're not going to 2-piece, 3-piece Shakur Stevenson. So to set him up, you keep getting that consistent power shot on his body. Because that's what you got to do to anybody that got legs. Anybody using their legs, you got to slow them down. You can't punch him in the legs. You have to hit him in the body. This is kickboxing. You would attack the legs. So in boxing, you have to attack the body. He has to hurt Shakur to the body. He has to do something nobody's never done. We've never seen him hurt at all. So let's see him at least, get hurt to the body. That'll set it up for later on.
My main thing is then, if that's the case, does Shakur get his respect? Because majority fans don't give Shakur much respect sometimes. Will he get his respect if he beats a mini lion in Kid Austin?
To me, hell yeah. Definitely. But, it still does matter how he wins. Because this is Shakur Stevenson we're talking about. We're not talking about, none of these B-level fighters or C-level fighters. We're talking about somebody that, when we talk about skills, everybody says he's A++. We sick of hearing about it. We don't care who he sparred. We don't care about, you know, what the legends have to say about him. We don't care. I'm speaking for the fans. We don't give a damn. We want to see it for ourselves. You know what I mean? And even if he did it years ago, we got amnesia. You know what I mean? Show me again. Because Tank Davis won't let me forget that he's Tank Davis. He just won't let you forget. When he get back in the ring, you're going to remember, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like the last time I was against him. Like, you know, I'm rocking with Frank Martin just because he's the underdog. And then everybody going against Tank. What's her name? Clarissa Shields. You know, Shakur. Everybody and their mama was going against Tank. He painting his fingernails. He wearing purses. I'm mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't even like him no more. He got in that ring. He knocked my boy out. I said, damn, I can't help but like him. You know what I'm saying? For real. When it comes to boxing, I got to respect him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some of these other guys. I might like them outside the ring, but they better show something in the ring.
So what do you think happened with William Zepeda? William Zepeda ducked the fight.
This was all planned. This was all planned. They say, okay, he's not ducking. What he is, he's softening up Shakur. So that even if he wins, because he's probably gonna need the referee's help, the judge's help, maybe even the referee. He's gonna need help because this guy's coming to really fight. This guy might really hurt him. This is a guy who will split his forehead to get to his target. You know what I mean? Shakur don't want none of that. He wants it his way only. And it might not go that sweet. He needs a referee. He gonna need the judges. Regardless, he gonna escape with the hell of his chinny chin chin if he wins. And that's gonna be perfect for Zepeda to come right after. They said,
Man, I'll just say now, though, the fights that are what we got to look at is that the young buck has to take a chance sometimes in life. Whether it's early or not early, you never know when it's the right time. Sonny Liston fought Cassius Clay when Cassius Clay was in 21. So if it's your time, it's your time. We know that Shakur's going to be the favorite, but what we do know is Kid Austin's got heart. He's tough. And can Kid Austin make this a good fight? See, nobody's gone in the ring and made this a good fight with Shakur.
Yep, make it uncomfortable.
Yeah. So is he going to go in there and actually make it a good fight where Shakur has to fight?
He's going to be uncomfortable. I guarantee that he'll be uncomfortable. He's going to smile and do all that in the early goings, but he's not going to be smiling all, throughout this whole fight. He won't be smiling. And it's just like, I'm going to say something about Jerron Boots Ennis. He would not be standing in the corner every round. He's going to sit his ass down on that stool. Watch. That's gonna be a telltale sign because this guy has never sat down. Jerron Ennis has an ego problem. We need to notice that. He has an ego problem. This is also, if he's not realizing, why he's not fleet-footed in his fights lately. Because he don't rest his legs, not even for 30 seconds. Not even one time. That's dumb. Let's be honest. That's dumb.
Why do fighters do that? They don't sit down.
They trying to intimidate the other fighter. That shit ain't gonna work against somebody who can beat you.
Is that intimidating, or is it because
Yeah.
Some fighters, they don't like sitting down? It makes their legs lazy. What is it?
Hell no.
What's the science of
maybe George
a fighter,
Foreman can say that.
like Boots Ennis stayed up in every round? What is the science behind that?
Intimidation. It's ego. It's his ego, and it's an intimidation factor. Because to him, they need to sit down, and he doesn't. He's trying to say, I'm finna beat your ass. So hurry up and get out that chair. You know, like he's sending a lot of shockwaves by doing that, but that ain't gonna work against somebody who can actually beat you. Virgil Ortiz may be the stronger man in that fight. That's a problem. Just like Schofield is the stronger man in this fight. That is a problem. That's a problem in itself. That's what made Frank Martin dangerous. He was slightly stronger than Tank. It didn't matter, of course, like we say, skills, but Tank doesn't just have skills. He has ferocious power. You know, you might be stronger than Tank, but he's actually more powerful. It's dangerous. It's a crazy combination.
But one thing's for sure, there's always room for new people to come in the sport and change the vibe. You know what I mean? But one thing we do know, Shakur has been written to be a fighter by some of the greats like Andre Ward, Mayweather, Terence Crawford, he's the chosen one to never lose.
Yep.
So,
but
with those skills, you got to break his will.
That mean I need to bet on Schofield, man. I'm gonna win a lot of money.
Mirage says Zepeda is ducking.
Nah, he ain't ducking dick. Like this is
because look, he didn't want the fight last time, and now he putting Kid Austin stepping up because why would Zepeda not want to fucking take the belt, bro?
Look, people.
Steven said Zepeda's a fake Mexican. That he a fake Mexican, bro. Mexicans don't ever not take the opportunity, bro. At the end of the day, look, Zepeda didn't look that good against Tevin Farmer. Come on, D. Calico.
That's the point. If you have a tough fight, you want to see your next opponent. You want to see them have a tough fight. You know, no matter how good or no matter how good they look or how bad they look, you want to see them have a tough fight. You don't want to see them not have no fights. These guys untouched. They ain't fought in months or years or a whole year. You know, and the last person they fought was a duck. Like Shakur ain't fighting nobody. So, and then he fully energized while you going to war every 3 months. So nobody's gonna be in a rush to fight him unless they feel like he's rusty, and that's the only way because he's not fighting nobody. If he fights somebody like he's about to, immediately you're gonna see somebody want that ass right then. They're gonna be like, "Hey, can I get next? Can I get next?" Because he's finally in the mix. But this guy, unless he washes him, he would have to really wash Schofield.
At this point, I think Kid Austin does better than Zepeda.
Guaranteed. That's what he's here to do. He's coming to steal. Zepeda gave him the chance, like, okay, just soften them up for me if you don't win. He was like, what you mean if I don't win? I'm gonna win. So, he's not just here to soften them up. Kid Austin feels like he's gonna win. And I feel like he can. I always did. When they were talking shit to each other, I felt like this, he means what he's saying.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, Shakur's in a bad position. Not many people are lining up to fight him, bro.
Yeah, nobody lining up to watch him either.
That's another thing.
Like, that De Los Santos fight was the most disappointing thing on earth when it comes to boxing. Like, I think, I ain't gonna lie, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was more exciting than that. And I hate that fight. I hate the Jake Paul and Tyson fight, but it was better than Shakur versus De Los Santos.
See, fans don't respect it with 80% defense.
Man, no, when you going backwards 80%, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, we're going backwards, Yeah, we don't respect that. Like, unless you're doing it like Tank Davis. Tank Davis can make you love anything. He fought Rolly Romero on the back foot and knocked him out. You know? Like, these other guys, when they get on their back foot, it just look like they're scared.
I mean, is it because some fighters they fight with a scared attitude, but they're good, very good in defense, and but they can do enough to win the fight and make it complicated, but they haven't got a demeanor and a killer instinct. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. Yep.
Some
Most
fighters
definitely.
they rely on their skills because they don't have the power that much, so they
Yeah.
have to be very, very elusive,
Yeah, they have to
constantly
keep
on
that
their
certain
feet.
distance. You have to keep a distance, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's like
not
an
every
Abdullah
fighter
Mason.
is gonna have the same opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. You can't take that style up too many weight classes, though. Like, I can't see him going very far as weight classes go. I don't see him going very far. Like, he might want to stay at 135 for the next 5 years, is what I'm saying. That'll be the end of his career right there. Because
What will be the end of his career?
yeah, 135. Staying at 135 for about 5 more years. I don't know if he can go to 140. Like, maybe he's waiting for the whole entire 140 to outgrow 140, so he can go to 140 with the 135 pounders. You know what I mean? Because even a guy like Pollo and what's that the Puerto Rican guy that Paro just beat? You know what I mean? Or the Cuban fighter? Nah, he's Puerto Rican. Nah, he's Cuban. I'm tripping. But
Yeah.
just it's some dangerous fighters over there. Even Gary Antoine Russell, as hungry as he is, you know, like if that's a tune-up at 140, Shakur might be in trouble. You know what I mean? Like 140 is pressure. Like he'd have to fight guys that don't have belts. You know? And I know he can't go to 147, and I don't know. He might have to just play the waiting game. You know? Like I said, I mean, 5 years if he go to these different weight classes, he might be King Kong.
See, Shakur couldn't outbox Tank and not expect to get hit back and somewhere get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It only take one punch from Tank, and what we're all gonna be looking for is if Schofield can land that one punch, and by saying land that one punch, I don't mean knock Shakur out. If he can even land the punch, that means Tank can knock him out. Tank can knock you out. Schofield might not knock you out. He might just land the punch. If he lands the punch, that means Tank will knock you out. So if Schofield lands a couple of those punches, it just means you don't stand a chance against Tank. You can put that in the record books. Like I feel like Frank Martin would have landed those punches on Shakur if they would have fought. I'm just saying. I just feel like he would have.
See, the kind of attitude I've got and the information from Shakur and Keyshawn when they were young and as they're older now, that no matter what, Keyshawn might look exciting, but Shakur has schooled Keyshawn in the ring.
Uh, I mean, point wise, but I'm sure he was never the strongest one, and like he had to really learn how to have defense fighting somebody, sparring somebody like Keyshawn, because Keyshawn can easily counter him and hit harder than him. You know, so it's dangerous, but they're so equal. You know, and Shakur could probably be doing the same damage, but he just don't have the heart. He's not showing the heart or the testicular fortitude that Keyshawn is, exhibiting. Keyshawn putting it all on the line. Like he's at least punching somebody hard as he can.
Yeah, but we're talking about two different subjects. It's like Matt and 509, he doesn't understand different subjects. He says, "Oh, Mexican fighters are entertaining." I never said Mexican fighters are never entertaining. They are. Keyshawn is entertaining. What I said is that boxing IQ, and when you know that you've been taught as a young kid, it's about hit and not get hit. And also, if you're an entertaining fighter, does not mean you're a smart fighter. It means you got more heart, more balls, maybe, because your style is willing to take punches because you believe in your power and your durability, that you're willing to put yourself in that fire. Some fighters got the skills that can just outbox fighters, so they use a whole different stance. They use their jab, they use their movement, they use their legs. So everybody has a different attribute. Some fighters could be exciting, but they're not as smart as the guys which are more clever.
Hey, yeah, my boy Schofield, like I was saying, he got to take a page from Better Be. He has to come up with that short punch. You know what I mean? He has to keep that guard all the way up so he can almost kiss Shakur, give him a hug, but don't hug him. Hit him with those short, Better Be type punches. 6 inches. Because that's scoring. We just trying to score, right? But at the same time, Better Be and a guy like Schofield, they can hurt you with these short punches, especially the accumulation of them. So he shouldn't be overextending himself beyond his legs. He should move with his legs and keep his guard up until he can almost hug Shakur, and then do what he has to do. And don't telegraph it. That's why I say make a lot of shorthand punches. It worked for Better Be. Believe me, it works.
Who's your best 135-pound fighter?
Oh, come on, man. You mean not named Tank Davis?
You still think Tank's the best, yeah?
Yeah,
at
man.
145.
Yep,
135, sorry.
I think Kermel Moton is going to take over 135 when he comes up. When he comes up to 135, he's going to be the next Tank Davis.
Kermel Moton, yeah?
Yeah, he's going to take it over as soon as he get there. Like Shakur, them, that's what I'm saying. Their time is running out. Their time is running out. These young fighters, like Schofield, is just pressed the issue. If anything Schofield does, do you know what that's telling Abdullah Mason? Huh? What is Abdullah Mason gonna think if it's a split decision for Shakur? And obviously that means Schofield was giving him that work. Huh? What do you think that's gonna tell Abdullah Mason, who has more skills and a lot of power? That's gonna be like, he's gonna be licking his chops. He's gonna be dreaming of being the man. He like, I can take out Shakur and be the greatest.
As a boxing fan, though, let me be honest. If your favorite fighter is an entertaining fighter, but he gets outboxed by a boring fighter, do you respect that guy who beats that guy?
Like you say, styles make fights. Like I'm gonna be ultra disappointed for at least one fight. At least. It takes a lot to make it up, but they can make it up. I'm gonna be disappointed until they make it up. Like right now, I'm still disappointed with Errol Spence. Shit,
Yeah.
he ain't
I
did.
don't blame you.
He ain't
still
did nothing for
Errol
me.
Spence too.
Like he ain't tried to right his wrong yet. He making me like, God damn.
Yeah, Errol Spence shows that he's not. Something definitely was wrong with him, that he can't even make his comeback.
Yep. Can't even make a comeback. Exactly. Like he probably shouldn't have
been. If
been.
you're not able to make that money while the money's hot, then there's something wrong for sure.
Obviously, it's like the food is ready, and Mama Mama know you eat more than everybody. He want to eat twice every day. You know, all of a sudden he's not even coming to the dinner table.
Yeah, that's weird as fucking. Yeah, boxers are these days. It's crazy, man. You
Damn.
think you don't know what the fuck's going on.
That shit wild, man. But I'm glad, man, Schofield turning up boxing, man. I'm with it. Because I'm tired of people doing all that. Like let's say Josh Norman. Josh Norman Sr. is not like Floyd Schofield Sr. Floyd Schofield, them Sr., they talk a lot of shit, but guess what? Looks like they mean it. Looks like they mean what they say. When they say they want to fight all those names, looks like they mean what they say. Does Brian Norman Sr. mean what he says? I don't think so. I do not think so. That's why he's sitting back watching the Boots party. He watching Boots fight this person, Boots fight that. Why they not fighting Boots? You know what I'm saying? Why they not trying to unify all the belts? You know what I mean? Like, people just want to hold. As soon as they get a belt, they want to start talking, so you can notice them before they lose that motherfucker. You know, like I ain't gonna lie, I knew your boy TEO was gonna lose his belts when he was at 135. Cause as soon as he got all them belts, that motherfucker was talking and talking and talking, and he didn't want to fight.
When
He
the
just wanted
mind's
to
not
talk.
right. When you
He
can
didn't want
see
to
a
fight. He just wanted to talk.
fighter's mind's not right.
Yeah, he got CTE. You can tell he got CTE.
Wow.
A lot of these fighters got CTE. Like, that thing about what Devin just went through. Devin could have CTE. We haven't really, we haven't seen him in the ring. We haven't, really conversed with him a lot. But I ain't
I
gonna
mean, you
lie.
sound like you're not that high on the American top guys right now. But who's your top three American fighters then? If you don't think much of Shakur, I don't know what you're thinking about others. I mean, who's your best fighters in America?
Damn, dog, why you do me like that? Fuck. Yeah, we in disarray right now. My top three. Shoot. Um, man, I like them young guys, man. I just like young guys. They don't really got no belts. I don't know. I don't think I really like too many of the big names. None of them. None of them, bro. I'm trying to think before I
Wow,
put them in my mouth.
crazy.
I don't think I like none of them. Matter of fact,
So you don't depend. You don't think there's a fight in America that can fly the American flag for the world, for the people?
man, our last hope is Boots Ennis, man. He our last hope, and we're gonna find out what he made
I mean,
of.
I don't know about that. Watermelon says Crawford and Javante Davis.
Crawford is on his way out. That's like saying Canelo. He's on his way out. Like, why would I say that? He might not even be here next year. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? He might not even fight next year. That's like saying Gary Antoine Russell. The older brother. Like, come on, man. That guy ain't finna fight no more. Like, Crawford only got like one more fight in him. I'm telling you, like, he only fight once a year. Once every 18 months.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait on that. Like, I like Abdullah Mason. Like, he's fighting every 3 months. This guy fought 4 times last year, or maybe 5 times. I think he
So
fought.
answer this question while I just do something. Who's going to be the pound for pound fighters in the next 2 years? Answer that.
Yeah, Kermel Moton, Abdullah Mason. Yep. I'm talking about Schofield. If he wins this one, Schofield is going to the top. Like, he gonna be something special. All he has to do is beat this guy. If he can crack the code on a guy that has more technical skill, that's like saying a guy that's faster than him, a guy that's quicker than him. Yeah, if he can knock that out the way, everything else would be so easy. and he'll have a reputation that's gonna precede him. You know, people gonna be scared. And then he won't have to fight no average fighters. He can just go get big names, line them up, knock them down. Yeah, I think Schofield gonna be a problem if you, especially if he win this fight. He win this fight, Schofield, Abdullah Mason, Kermel Moton. They're the future. I forgot that one Brooklyn fighter. What's that one Brooklyn fighter at 126? He wants to fight a new way, but he ain't ready just yet. I forget his name, but he pretty good too. And don't be surprised if Edgar Berlanga goddamn make a name for himself. Cause I think he need to go ahead and fight Caleb Plant. And I think he could definitely knock him out. Caleb Plant got missed, man. He got treated. He got treated like a bitch his last fight. Let's just be honest. You know, he did what a man should. You know, especially with IQ in boxing. Like, you know, he weathered the storm and, you know, smothered the guy's pressure by grabbing him and standing close and blocking the right. You know, he started blocking some good punches, but he was getting destroyed. I don't know how he won. Oh yeah, my bad. I'm thinking it went to the scorecards. If it went to the scorecards, I don't know how he could have won. You know, he did what he had to do. But he was fighting a guy that hadn't had a fight in years. McCumbee, or whatever his name was. Like, who is he? You know? Like, this guy's a nobody. So, the way he looked against McCumbee, man, I like Edgar Berlanga to D3, you know, knock him out, get him out of boxing. To be honest with you. Yep. So I got some wild cards for y'all. Other than that, it's some Russians and some, you know, a couple foreign fighters. Like Martin Bakole is definitely going to take over heavyweight boxing. Deadly. Like, I think Martin Bakole going to knock out Daniel Dubois for all the belts after Daniel Dubois knocks out Usyk. I'm telling you how it's going down. Or if Tyson Fury wins, I can see Daniel Dubois, or I can see Martin Bakole definitely knocking out Usyk. I mean, definitely knocking out Tyson Fury. Chat. He said, yeah, Benavidez ain't got no real power. Yeah, Benavidez don't have real power. See, what he does is, you know, like, you know, it's the amount of punches that Benavidez put on you. He said Usyk already stopped Dubois. Dubois already stopped Usyk. The referee saved him. They gave him 5 minutes to recover from a clean body shot. That wasn't no dirty shot. Matt and Wild. He said the champion of NYC is TEO. Yeah, y'all crazy. Y'all be wilding. Man, TEO is not no American champion like that. He is at the moment, but he turning into Terrence Crawford. That's why he calling not Terrence Crawford. Because he know if they do sign up to fight, it'll be like in a year and a half now. Because that guy don't fight no time soon. He said Tank is 130 champ. Nah, he 135. What you think? Come on, man. He got the complexion for the protection. Man, anybody be Ryan long as he ain't juiced up. What you talking about? Like Ryan literally turned his back like a female dancing in the club. Like he be putting his boxer shorts on men briefs. Like what's wrong with him? Nah, that punch won't blow nothing. You can hit him on the line of the belt anyways. You can hit him on the belt, bro. It's called below the belt. You can't hit him below the belt. Du Bois is a better fighter now anyways. Like something done got into him. I think he was too much of a nice guy. So y'all in trouble. Daniel Du Bois is different now. Ever since he fought Hergovic, that was like a personal vendetta. You know, it brought something out of him, brought a monster out of him. Y'all in trouble now. Yeah. I have it like that then, in my case. I mean, you see it the way you see it. If I could, I'd pull it up on the screen. It might not change your mind, but I'm saying if I could, I'd put it on the screen. Hey, man, that's funny as hell. Damn. I gotta watch that. That'd be funny as hell. I remember him knocking the guy out the ring, but I didn't know they kept putting him back in the ring, letting him knock him out again. I'm thinking those different highlights. That's one fight? That's crazy. Yeah, man. But shout out to the chat. For real. Yeah, that's wild as hell. I hope y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all gotta support the channel, man. Support rap. Ain't nobody leaving no super chats. So y'all can at least hit the like button. What the hell going on, man? Like something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? When I be watching all boxing channels, there be super chats. It be super chats. What the hell we got going on over here, man? Like I remember like one night we was super chatting my boy Rap, and that's it. One night, that's it. Come on, man. Y'all can't buy my boy breakfast. Like y'all buying these other people Jordans. Y'all buying them tickets to the concerts and shit. Y'all paying their light bill, rent. Super chats going crazy. But y'all ain't, come on, man. Y'all tighten up. At least hit the like button, man. Y'all hit the like button, that'll break the algorithm so some other people can come in here and really support rap. You feel me? At least let somebody else do it. Rap Montana. Yep. Like I gotta see this channel get just as big as the rest of them. I want to see Punch channel get bigger, and I want to see Rap Montana at least where Punch channel is. You know? For real. Because we the ones in the back grinding hard, you know? Like once Rap become the next Punch Drunk, I'm gonna become the next Rap Montana. You know? I know y'all ain't gonna super chat, but I'm gonna do it for the people. And eventually we can, you know what I'm saying? Keep following that same path. You know? Damn, the link is way up there. You must have just got in here, Technique. I need somebody to jump in here. Hey, Rap, if you can, drop the link. Or somebody, one of the moderators, copy the link. If you can, copy the link for Technique and drop the link for him. That's why we got the wrench. We can help each other out, you know what I mean? Yep, Turkey Ali Sheik got this mega fight coming. I'm talking about, and in February 22nd, that's right after the Super Bowl. So we get the Super Bowl, we get the playoffs, we get the Super Bowl, and then we get this super fight with an S on it. Super fights. Come on, man. One of y'all could have copied that link, man. Technique can't scroll all the way up. Y'all can scroll all the way up. Grab the link. Copy that. Roger that. Stamp that. And then Rapstar can approve it. But if y'all can't do that, then I'm out there, catch you next time. Y'all already know, man. It's been real, man. Rap. You already know. It's been real. We've been just getting everybody ready for this mega fights that's coming up. So shout out to Rap Montana. You feel me? Shout out to the chat. Y'all already know. We're gonna tap back in next time.